How you doing? My name is Dr. Sami Bayer. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. A narcissist is someone who has an inflated sense of self-importance, that is grandiosity. It is someone who has a strong desire for attention, for acknowledgement, for constant validation, a hunger for admiration and self-centeredness. The narcissist is someone who lacks empathy. And one secret to making a narcissist wish they never messed with you is to target the things they hate. That's how you make them miserable. That's how you'll beat them at their own game. And that's how they'll respect you. That's how you'll get the respect you deserve. So, number one way of making the narcissist miserable is to smile and chuckle when they behave badly. So, when the narcissist misbehaves, just smile and say, "That is so funny." You make them miserable by doing that. Narcissists don't like you smiling. They don't want to see happiness in you. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to avoid drama, avoid conflict. Don't give the narcissist the acknowledgement, the attention that they need. Avoid chaos, because narcissists will provoke you to react. They need negative attention from you. They will do things just to purposely trigger you so that you react. They love the negative attention sometimes more than even the positive attention. So don't give the narcissist the admiration, the validation they need. They need that. They need that constant approval to maintain their sense of worthiness within them, because narcissists have a fragile ego. They have low self-esteem. To achieve that goal, they have to get acknowledgement from you. They want you to praise them. They want you to notice them. They want you to give them the attention they need. Now, another way of making the narcissist miserable is to seek therapy. That is one of the fastest ways to make a narcissist miserable. They don't want you to do that. The other way of making a narcissist miserable is to know your enemy. It is said that you need to know who the narcissist is. You need to read everything about narcissism. You need to watch all videos about narcissism, narcissists, narcissistic personality disorder. Learn everything about the narcissist. To successfully make the narcissist wish they never messed with you, to make them miserable, you have to get to know the narcissist inside out. The other way of making the narcissist miserable is to leave the narcissist. Leave them. Because they believe they control you. They believe you can't leave them until they discard you. Leave them first. Because they will do everything to create trauma bond. They believe once they've trauma bonded you, you can't leave them. Leave them for good. Leave them today. Leave them now. That way, they'll become miserable. They'll even lose their mind once they realize that you've cut them from your life, you've cut their narcissistic supply, and you've left them. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to find new and better ways to spend your time. Get a good hobby. Identify a new hobby. Go for some new classes. Something interesting. Join a book club, for instance. Join other group activity that could lead to new, healthier friendships. That way you make the narcissist miserable. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to treat them how they treat you. Give them a dose of their own medicine. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Definitely it is not going to taste good. If they mistreat you, mistreat them. If they cheat on you, cheat on them. If they despise you, despise them. Mirror the narcissist. If they gaslight you, gaslight them. If they laugh at you, laugh at them. If they embarrass you, embarrass them. Treat them how they treat you. That way you make the narcissist miserable. The other way of making the narcissist miserable is to make decisions without asking for their advice. Make decisions and don't ask them for advice. Don't ask the narcissist for advice, because they'll want your decision to match the idea of what you should do. So don't do it. You'll make them miserable. The other way is to call them out. Expose them. They don't like being accountable for their lies, for their cheating, for their manipulation, for their deceit, for their narcissistic behavior, toxic behavior. Because narcissists are fake. Call them out for what they are doing. They will not be able to stand that. They will not be able to stand the fact that you figured them out. They will undergo a narcissistic injury. They'll become miserable when you call them out. Narcissists hate to be exposed because they believe they are perfect. The other way of making them miserable is to ignore them. They love attention, whether it's good or bad. So when you ignore a narcissist, they feel bad. You make them miserable because they need that attention from you. Ignore their texts. Don't answer their phone calls. Don't talk to them when you see them in person. The narcissist will be miserable. Cut them out of your life. Go completely no contact. Block their number. Block them on social media. Ignore them completely. That's the best way of making the narcissist miserable. Cut off your attention from the narcissist. That way you reduce their narcissistic supply. Make them feel like they don't matter to you. The other way of making the narcissist miserable is to act indifferent towards them. Upset them, make them miserable by treating them like everyone else. Don't praise them. Don't give them the attention they need. Don't react to their comments. Don't laugh at their jokes. Be neutral when you're talking to them. If they tell you about their accomplishments, just say, oh, okay, fine, nice. Because we know narcissists love exaggerating their achievements and their accomplishments. You can also compare them to someone else. If they tell you something, they achieved something, tell them you know someone else also achieved the same thing, or even better. Then the other way of making them miserable is to grey rock them. Grey rocking is all about reducing the attention you are giving the narcissist. It's like going silent treatment. It's like being as boring as a rock. Stick to yes, no answers, or okay. Tell the narcissist how happy you are. That's another way of making them miserable. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you thriving. Show them that you're happy. Live your best life and make sure the narcissist knows that you are living your best life. When you talk to the narcissist and you only tell them factual things, they'll find it very difficult to dispute that. Hit them with facts and evidence. Gather the facts and evidence and show them to the narcissist whenever they attempt to lie to you. They will try to argue, but show them the facts and stick to that. Then the other way of making the narcissist miserable is to make yourself less available to them. Discuss. Then again, set boundaries and stick to them. That way the narcissist will be miserable. When you stick to your boundaries, they cannot manipulate you. And when you stick to your boundaries, also ensure you have consequences in place. Tell the narcissist, set consequences. If they break those boundaries, then there should be consequences. That's the only way those boundaries will be effective. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to tell them no. Narcissists don't want to hear the word no. When you tell the narcissist no, you shatter the illusion that they are in charge of the world, that they are in control of everything, in control of you. Push them to answer to authority. That's another way of making them miserable. They hate authority. When you push them into a situation where they have to answer to someone else, they will hate you. Another way is to embarrass the narcissist in public. Because the narcissists want to see themselves as perfect. They want people to see them as perfect. So when you call them out in front of other people, you break them down. You unmask them. Expose their failures. Point out their failures. Destroy a narcissist's perception of themselves to hurt them. The narcissists always want to win. If there's one thing they can't stand, is to be told that they failed. Remind them that they failed. Point the things out, that the things that they failed. You'll get under the narcissist's skin. Call out their manipulation. They try to manipulate you. Call them out. Call those manipulation. Tell them and show them that you're not falling for their manipulative games. They will be angry. They'll be miserable. Cut the narcissist off. In extreme cases, cut ties with the narcissist. Make it impossible for the narcissist to reach you. Even if you need to move. Leave them. Don't give even clues of where you've gone. Cut them off and disappear. You can ghost them if possible. Make the narcissist miserable by focusing on yourself. Take good care of yourself. Focus on your needs. Narcissist wants you to put their needs first, not yours. Say no and put your needs first. Start treating yourself with more respect, with more love. Put your needs first and make the narcissist know. Don't ignore your own needs to take care of the narcissist's needs. Seek answers for anything that they do. Any wrong thing they do, ask them to explain themselves. They'll be miserable. Show authority. Start making the narcissist miserable by calling the shots. Be more assertive. Stand up for yourself. Tell the narcissist, this is what we are going to do. This is what we'll not do from today henceforth. That way, the narcissist will be miserable. Humiliate the narcissist publicly. Public humiliation is one of the most painful things that you can do to a narcissist. Public humiliation causes a massive narcissistic injury, and it triggers their fragile ego, their inner wounds. Stick to no contact. That's the best way of making the narcissist miserable. You move on and the narcissist sees you with someone else. What happens? It's very difficult for the narcissist to be in love, to form genuine love bonds with anyone. What happens when you've broken up with the narcissist and they see you with someone else? One thing that happens is that the narcissist will swing into narcissistic rage. The narcissist will be very mad when you move on. When they see you with someone else, they get angry, they get annoyed, they get bitter because they believe that you belong to them, you are their property. They'll try to pretend that they're okay, but they will be angry. They will not want you to move on easily. Because a narcissist has a fragile sense of self-esteem. They have a fragile ego. And they get threatened easily when they see their ex, when they see you with someone else. It makes them extremely angry. And they can even get to physical, they can be physically aggressive, abusive, emotionally abusive, verbally abusive as well. They will lash out at you. They will verbally abuse you. They might even plot certain, they might plot to harm you. Now, the other thing that happens when the narcissist sees that you've moved on and you're with someone else, they will try to hoover you back. They'll want you back. We all know the narcissistic cycle of abuse. That is, the narcissist will start by idealizing you. They start by love bombing you, then they devalue, then they discard you, and eventually they hoover you back. They hoover you back again because the narcissist never wants you to go. They always want you for their narcissistic supply. You know, they want you to give them the attention you used to give them, to praise them. You know, that is what they need you for. So they'll try to get you back. They'll do everything. The other thing that will happen when the narcissist sees that you've moved on, they will love bomb you. You know, they'll try to send you gifts, flowers, take you to vacation. They'll promise you heaven and earth to get you back. Now, number 4 thing that happens when the narcissist sees you with someone else, they'll feel like they've lost. They'll feel like they've been cheated because you've done something very bad, and they'll feel that they've lost you. They used to control you. They felt that they were dominating you. Now they'll feel like they're a loser, and the narcissists hate losing. When they see you happy with that other person, it will hurt them so badly. It will hurt them so deeply. Because to the narcissist, losing does not exist in their vocabulary. So once they see that you've moved on, they'll feel cheated and feel so bad. Again, the other thing that will happen, they'll play the victim. They'll blame you. You know, they'll play the victim and they'll blame shift and project things on you. They'll accuse you for the failure of that relationship. They'll accuse you for cheating on them, for breaking up their heart. You know, again, the other thing that will happen, they might go on a smear campaign. They'll mess your reputation. They'll talk ill about you. They'll tell everybody how bad and pathetic you are, how malicious you are, how you mistreated them, and how you're cheating on them. The other thing that happens when the narcissist sees that you moved on with someone else, they'll get extremely jealous. We know that narcissism and jealousness is one and the same thing. They get jealous when they see you happy with someone else. They get jealous when they see you successful in a new relationship. Because to the narcissist, you are their object, you are their possession. How dare you move on with someone else? So, to them, you are their property. They will feel so jealous. They might start stalking you on social media, everywhere. And again, what happens? They'll start plotting revenge. They'll want to hit you back. They'll want to teach you a lesson. The other thing that will happen, they might go on a silent treatment on you once they see you with someone else. Once they see you that you've moved on, they will not want anything to do with you. And the main reason is to teach you a lesson, to punish you so that you go back to them and beg them. So the other thing, the narcissists, when they see you with someone else, they'll start thinking so much. They'll have obsessive thoughts about you. They will not be okay. They'll think they'll ask themselves, how dare you date someone else? They'll feel bad about it. They will start ruminating on the loss that they have with you. When they see someone else, it triggers these obsessive thoughts, and these thoughts consume their mind. They'll start thinking and imagining scenarios. What if things were different? Now, if the narcissist sees you with someone else, they will not be happy. They'll think of controlling and manipulating you, because that is what narcissists do best. They're master manipulators. When the narcissist sees that you've moved on, they will devalue you. They will try to diminish you, because that's what narcissists do. They will show off a new partner. They might decide to get someone else when they see you with someone else, just to show you that they also have someone. They will do that to make you jealous. They will also try to, when they smear your name, they'll try to shame you. You know, all the secrets you told them, they'll want to expose them to others. Again, when the narcissist sees you with someone else, they might decide to act like you're still together. You know, they will pretend they don't know that you've moved on. Then the narcissist, they will try to gaslight you, try to make you feel like you're crazy. Then, if the narcissist sees you with someone else, they will punish their new partner. That anger they have, they will take it to their new supply, and they will punish them for you being with someone else. He will use the same manipulation tactics, the lack of empathy, to mistreat and control their partner that they have. Now, when the narcissist sees you with someone else, they might behave like they don't care. You know, the narcissist may pretend as if it's nothing. You never matter to them. Again, when the narcissist sees you've moved on, they will behave that they will not believe it, that you've moved on. Because to them, you can never move on. You are their possession. Because they are so domineering. They believe that you're still their possession, you're still your object, you're still their object. The other thing the narcissist might try to do is to sabotage your new relationship. They'll try to interfere with your new relationship. They'll want to do everything to make sure your new relationship has broken up. That's what narcissists are. And how do they do this? They'll try to tell lies, to spread gossip about the person you're seeing, the person you are dating, the new person. They'll do some research about the new person they've seen you with. And they'll spread lies. They'll go on a narcissistic smear campaign against you and your partner, your new partner. They'll suggest that there's something wrong with your new partner. They'll make you not love the other person you're seeing, you know. They'll try to create some conflict between the two of you so that you can break up and be apart. So, the narcissist, we all know they're master manipulators. There's no way they will slow down on that. When they see you with someone else, when you're trying to move on, they'll become even more manipulative. They'll scheme, they'll think hard on how they can bring problems, trouble between you and your new partner. They'll think of how they can make your life difficult. They'll do everything to make sure that your partner and you don't see eye to eye. They'll fight with everything they've got to destroy your new potential relationship. That is what the narcissist will do when you've moved on and they see you with someone else. They'll act strange and crazy. They'll do strange things. They'll behave as if they're mad. Just simply because they've seen you dating someone else. They will and their true colors will come out. They'll stalk you to get your attention. They can even accuse you of cheating on them, yet you've moved on, you're no longer with them. They might create conflict, drama in front of people, because that's what narcissists love. Now they might decide to play the promise to change card. They'll promise you that they will change. That is called future faking, and this is to control you. And this goes along with love bombing, So they will use also social attacks. They'll gossip about you everywhere to mess up your reputation. So be ready for stalking from the narcissists when they see you with someone else. They'll stalk you on all your social media platforms. And definitely, because they are very hurt and angry, they will think on how they can make your life miserable. Every narcissist does this at the end of a relationship. Number one, the narcissist will badmouth you around town. They'll badmouth you around that village. They'll badmouth you to everyone. If your narcissist does not manage to win you back after that, at the end of the relationship, they will try to tarnish your image. They'll try to tarnish your reputation. They'll talk badly about you. They'll be cruel. They will go to any length to make you look bad. They will badmouth you. They will gossip you. They'll contact your friends, your family members, your neighbors, everyone they know. They will tell them bad things about you. Number two thing, the narcissist will make it impossible for you to move on when at the end of the relationship. They'll make sure you cannot move on. The other thing the narcissist will do at the end of the relationship, they'll quickly jump into a new relationship. They will straight away get involved with someone new. It can be after a week, it can be after a month, it can be after a day, it can even be after a few hours. It can be immediately, instantly. At the end of the relationship, the narcissist will get that new partner and parade them in front of you. They will be deliberately trying to hurt you. The other thing the narcissist will do at the end of the relationship, they'll try to blame you for the end of that relationship. They will shift the blame on you. They will hold you responsible and accountable for the end of that relationship. They'll blame you entirely. They'll label you as a selfish, self-centered, arrogant, demanding, mean person. They'll even accuse you of being a narcissist. They'll say that you ruined that relationship single-handedly. They'll play the victim. And that is, and that alone is already manipulation. They will never take responsibility or accountability for any wrongdoing. They'll in fact even use shame and guilt you. And this makes the narcissist feel more in control. They might tell you that you didn't want this relationship to work. You didn't give this relationship a chance. You are leaving me when I need you most. You are a liar. You don't honor your commitments. They'll tell you you are too selfish. You are too self-centered to care. All these are ways the narcissist will use when they're trying to blame you. The other thing the narcissist will do at the end of the relationship, they will not take any responsibility for their actions. All the blame will be entirely on you. At the end of the relationship, the narcissist will insist to you that you are committing a mistake. They'll remind you that you are making a wrong move, that you'll regret later. They'll tell you you're overreacting and that you'll never get someone better or equal to them. They want to make you feel bad for your decision. They want you to reconsider your decision. They want you to regret, even for you to think about think about making that decision. They want you to rethink it. So the other thing the narcissist will do at the end of a relationship is to cut you off. They will do that to punish you for trying to end the relationship. They will treat you that as if you don't exist to them. The other thing they will do at the end of the relationship is to fight it. They will tell you directly, I will not accept this. Or they might say indirectly, you are funny, you are joking, you are ridiculous. We cannot talk about breaking up. All these are ways and tactics, strategies that the narcissist will drain you so that you rethink that decision of ending that relationship. The other thing the narcissist will do at the end of the relationship is that they may contact you. They will be obsessing over you. They'll start thinking and wondering and asking themselves questions if you are happy or not. They will even think about the gains that they will get by being with you. And the only way to do this is to keep in contact with you. Narcissists will try to guilt trip you to stay back with them at the end of the relationship. They'll try to hold you back in that relationship. They'll use guilt to break your resolve to leave them. They will remind you of all the good things they've done for you. The expensive dinners, the expensive vacations, the expensive gifts, the monies they've been giving you. They will try to do all this to guilt trip you into staying. You'll hear statements like, I will kill myself if you leave me. You're the only person who understands me. I lost my mother, I lost my dad, I lost my parents the other day, and you're going to leave me? So all these are phrases the narcissist uses to guilt trip you into staying. Again, at the end of the relationship, the narcissist will try to seek attention even just before you break up. The narcissist will be very heartbroken and they'll feel rejected when you break up with them. And this can trigger them to want more attention. So they will want more attention from you. They'll demand attention, a lot of it, during the end of that relationship. The other thing, they will make you jealous at the end of the relationship. Their goal here is to make sure that they are happier. They want you to think that they are happier without you. They want you to think that they have moved on. They want you to question your motives. They want you to reconsider that breakup. They want you to second guess. Why did you choose to end that relationship? They want to even make you think that they never cared about you. And this jealous tactic at the end of the relationship is meant by the narcissist to trigger feelings of insecurity and uncertainty in you and to make you feel like you need to compete with the narcissist. The narcissist will threaten to hurt themselves at the end of the relationship. They'll threaten to hurt themselves in a big way. And all this is meant to guilt you into doing what they want. They might even threaten to hurt others. They will promise to make things right. They'll promise to change. They will tell you. You see, the narcissist, they will tell you that they have realized their mistakes and they will change and that they will become better. They will correct their wrongdoings. They will behave better. Remember one thing, they are never going to change. They're just trying to manipulate you, to control you. They'll tell you that things are going to be different. They will love you in a better way. That they'll go for counseling. That they'll work on their anger issues. That they'll work on their impatient issues. They'll tell you they're ready now for you. The other thing, at the end of the relationship, the narcissist can decide to spread misinformation about you. They might go to social media and shout negative information about you. They might spread gossip about you. They want sympathy from people by making you look at like the bad guy of that movie or of that story. The other thing, at the end of the relationship, the narcissist will stalk you. They will stalk you so that they can control you. They want to know everything about you. At the end of the relationship, the narcissist will expect you to fulfill their needs because they'll still refuse to accept the change. Even after you have walked out of that relationship, they still expect you to address their random needs. Sometimes the narcissist will feign crisis. They'll say that, I know we are not together anymore, but I just wanted to let you know that I lost my parent. I wanted to let you know that I lost my job. The other thing the narcissist will do is to seek revenge. They will swing into narcissistic rage and plot a revenge. If they can't fight to make that relationship stick, they will smear your name. They'll hurt you in many other ways. They'll threaten you. They'll tell you that they're going to take you to court. All this is to revenge. They'll tell you that you are the bad person here, that you're going to regret this. So the narcissist will use many tactics at the end of the relationship. Narcissists are cruel people. They are sadists. They are mean. They lack empathy. They are selfish, self-centered individuals. They are highly unpredictable. They love bomb you. They hook you. They reel you in. They play with your feelings. They misuse you and abuse you. How do narcissists end a relationship? One thing about narcissists, they end a relationship, it will be very sudden. It will be unexpected most of the time. And it will not be a mature conversation kind of way of ending the relationship. There'll be no closure. There'll be no bittersweet ending. The narcissists will try to end the relationship through these ways. They will walk away when they think that you no longer are giving them the narcissistic supply they need, the constant attention, the validation they need, the reassurance, the praise, and the other narcissistic kind of supply they need. For instance, any other source of supply that they need from you. Then they most likely will try to walk away. Another way narcissists end a relationship is when they'll find a new partner, they'll get a new source of supply, a new lover, new and show you to make you jealous. They want to show you so that you know that they're a good catch. They'll flaunt how attractive these other people find them. They will openly flirt with other people and tell you that they didn't do that, that your judgment is not right. In short, they'll be trying to gaslight you. The other way narcissists end relationship is that they'll start a fight. They'll create conflict so that relationship ends. They'll orchestrate a huge fight in that relationship and they'll blame you. They'll tell you it's your fault. That way they can walk away and tell the world that you are the cause for the breakup of that relationship. Remember, narcissists love chaos, they love drama, they love conflicts, especially when they are in control of it. When the narcissist has grown tired of you, they'll want to end that relationship in the most dramatic, chaotic, conflicting way. They'll force fights, they'll force a conflict, they'll provoke you, they will wrong you intentionally, they'll make you angry by force so that you break up with them. The other way narcissists will want to end a relationship, they'll blame it on you. They'll play the victim in that relationship. They'll tell you how much they loved you, how much effort they've put in that relationship. And they'll remind you how much they're not getting anything from that relationship. So they will say lies, they'll tell you lies. And this is just a way of quitting, ending that relationship. They have to blame you because they have to get some reason for quitting on you. The other way narcissists will end a relationship is through stalking. They'll stalk you. They want to know everything that is happening. They're trying to stalk you to get mistakes, to get things that they can use against you. Sometimes they'll stalk you because they just want to make sure they have excuses on how they can end that relationship. They'll stalk you because they know their behavior is questioning. And they want to project things on you. They want to blame you instead. The other way a narcissist ends a relationship is that they guilt trip you into staying. They end a relationship by making you stay by force. Once the relationship ends, they come back and they guilt you into staying. They have this bad habit of breaking up and coming back to you. You might think the narcissist has burned the bridges with you after a big fight, but they always come back. They hoover you back. Remember the narcissistic stages, the narcissistic cycle of abuse stages. In that kind of relationship, there is the love bombing, first of all. In short, that is the idealizing stage. Then the narcissist devalues you. Then they discard you. That is, they break up with you. Then they hoover you back again. Once they get you back again, they will start planning on how to end the relationship again. In short, the narcissist will hoover you to boost their ego. They hoover you for their own selfish self-esteem, to boost that self-esteem. And that's why they want you back. The other way narcissists will want to end relationships is, or they do at the ending of the relationship, is that they'll promise to change. That is what we call future faking. They promise something that they know they'll not do it. They can even promise not to leave you, but they do it. Don't believe a narcissist when they promise to change. They don't know how to be sensitive. All those are tactics of manipulating you. The other thing the narcissist will do is to make you jealous at the end of the relationship. That is a manipulative tactic. They make you jealous to stay. They make you jealous to also end the relationship. They'll make you jealous to make you ask yourself what you'll be missing from them. So in short, making you jealous is a way of controlling you, manipulating you, playing games with you. The other thing the narcissist will do is to create some crisis. Create a fake crisis. They'll tell you they were extremely unwell and that they are admitted at the hospital and they need your help. They'll tell you they something nasty has happened to them and they need your help. That kind of feigning crisis is a way of the narcissist ending relationships. They ambush you with that panic-stricken kind of communication. They'll tell you that there's somebody who's died in their family, someone who's extremely unwell, and they give demands or they bring issues that clearly you don't understand, just to end the relationship. Another way the narcissist will end the relationship is that they will revenge. The moment a narcissist wants you back and you say no, then they'll get angry, they'll be annoyed, and they'll plot revenge. They are going to try to hit you back, to hit you and cause pain in you. They'll plot revenge in your life. Thank you. Sometimes even the narcissists, once you get back to them, once you're back with them, they'll still revenge to punish you for trying to leave them in the first place. An aging narcissist is someone who becomes more and more narcissistic as they get older. The aging narcissist is the worst nightmare to deal with. They can become more irritable, more impatient, more demanding, more arrogant, more self-centered, more cruel, more sadistic. Their empathy goes from 0 to -0. In fact, they become harder and worse. They worsen with age. One of the most clear traits, clear signs of an aging narcissist is their sense of entitlement. The narcissist feels that everything is owed to them, that they have a right to everything, that they're special, that they're unique, they are more important and better than others. They always play the victim. They blame everyone for everything. They believe everybody should focus on them, that their needs should come first. Their needs and wants are more important than everybody else's needs. That is according to an aging narcissist. They become more manipulative. You already know that narcissists are master manipulators, but the aging narcissist becomes worse. And they will try to control everybody around them in order to get exactly what they want. If you know what we mean by a narcissist, That is a selfish, self-centered, egotistic individual, arrogant, someone who uses and misuses others. If you know that kind of a person, someone who believes they are more important than everybody else, they know it all, they are perfect, then this person becomes worse as they age. So you will know an aging narcissist because they will always have this inflated sense of self-importance. They have this need for constant admiration and attention, constant praise, constant validation, recognition, acknowledgement, reassurance. They want people to clap for them. They want people to almost worship them. The aging narcissist lacks empathy for others. They have this tendency to take advantage of others, to use others, to misuse others for their own selfish, self-centered needs and gains. Now, they believe that they are more important than everybody else, that they are better than everyone else. They are smarter, more intelligent, more sharper than everyone else. They have this sense of entitlement. They exploit others. They are master manipulators, just like all other narcissists. They lack empathy, they lack remorse, they lack compassion. They don't even feel guilty for anything for the wrongdoings they do to others. They have these unreasonable expectations of others. So this is one way of recognizing or of identifying the aging narcissist. Sometimes you might think that the older the narcissist gets, maybe they will change. Just one thing about narcissists, they hardly change. In fact, they become worse because of their narcissistic supply going down or reducing it. Now, what are these signs or warning signs of an aging narcissist? They will become more reclusive, and they will always want to spend time with people that they feel are worthy of their attention. In short, they think they are special and they need to be around those people who they believe they are more special than others. And they lose interest in the people around them easily. They are no longer able to tolerate the imperfections of others. They quickly swing into narcissistic rage. They quickly lash out in anger, in annoyance, in frustration to others. They always have that feeling of entitlement. They believe they should have special treatment. They will demand it. They'll demand to be treated in a better, unique, special manner than others. They increasingly criticize others, and they will target those closest to them. The closer you are to them, the more they criticize you. The closest friends, they will criticize them. They'll be highly critical of them. They become more toxic as they age. Now, a narcissist can be anyone. So, an aging narcissist can be anyone, male or female. We all have some narcissistic tendency within us. But when you're talking about a narcissist, you know the traits of a narcissist. The narcissists, they become more toxic as they age because they cannot handle criticism well. They cannot allow anybody to pinpoint their imperfections. They always feel like they're being attacked. The thing that makes narcissists become worse with age is because they lose touch with reality. They tend to become more out of touch with what is happening, with the reality. They believe their own lies and delusions. They've been telling themselves lies for so long that they're number one, that they're the best, that they're always right. So they believe in their lies. And the older the narcissist gets, the more they become reclusive. They tend to isolate themselves from the outside world. And this is dangerous because it means that they will not be able to get any feedback from other people to help them keep their delusions in check. So they will forever be living in a fantasy world where they think they are the center of attention, where they think everybody should praise them, worship them, where they think they are more important than everybody else. They think that everybody loves them, everybody admires them, everybody acknowledges them or recognizes them. They think they deserve that special treatment. They think that everybody else is envious of them. And because of their aging, they become even more manipulative. They become more controlling. The older the narcissist gets, they become better at manipulating others around them. They will use more manipulation tactics to get what they want, to get what they need from others. They will trip people. They will blame shift. They will tell lies. They will future fake. They will play the victim. In short, their manipulation increases with age. They will always have flying monkeys that they can manipulate to do their bidding. Then the aging narcissists will lose interest in others. They become easily bored. They become more self-absorbed. They only focus on themselves. And they become very impatient. They want instant gratification. They become very impatient with those closest to them, their family members, their close friends. Now, when you're having this kind of a narcissist in your life, an aging narcissist, you need to cope with them. You need to accept them for who they are. You must understand everything about an aging narcissist. Watch many videos about aging narcissist. Read many books about aging narcissist. Visit the website. Get a lot of information about aging narcissists so that you are able to deal with them. Remember, knowledge is power. Again, to cope with the aging narcissist, focus on your own needs. Put your needs first. Because we all know what narcissists want. They want you to make their needs your priority. Instead, focus on your own needs when you're dealing with them, when you're dealing with an aging narcissist. So what I mean is you must have clear boundaries. Set boundaries and have consequences in place. You're not responsible for their narcissism. You're not responsible for their bitterness, for their sadness, for their happiness. So don't allow the aging narcissist to manipulate you, to control you. You should focus on taking care of yourself and do what is best for you. Surround yourself with some support system. Be always prepared for manipulation from an aging narcissist, because we know narcissists, what they do best is manipulating, to control you, to control everything about you, to control even your environment. So ignore them, ignore their insults, ignore their criticism, ignore their threats, ignore their manipulative tactics. Make sure you reinforce boundaries, set the boundaries. That is very important for you when you're dealing with them. The boundaries will protect you from their manipulation, from their abuse. And remember, you're not responsible for the narcissist's happiness or sadness. You need to have some healthy habits to also be able to cope with this aging narcissist. Take good care of yourself. And I'm repeating again, have boundaries in place. When you have clear boundaries, it will be easier for you to stick to them. Also seek professional help when you're overwhelmed. Take good care of yourself. All right. Work out, eat well, sleep enough, exercise regularly. Do things, focus on hobbies that make you happy. Do things that you enjoy doing, things that will help you reduce your stress, deal with your stress levels that the aging narcissist is causing you. And again, remember, happiness is the key. Choose to be happy, choose to be successful. Focus on yourself. If you need more help, don't forget that we have professional people who will assist you. When you're dealing with narcissists, you are not alone. There are many people who have gone through rough times with a narcissist. You can create a support system with these people. Stay strong, be strong, work on your mind, take good care of yourself. An aging narcissist is not able to maintain the control and the power they once had. So they will become very, very manipulative. They'll become more defensive. They'll become more critical of everybody around them. They'll become more paranoid. It is very difficult for them to maintain a relationship with someone else. Why? Because of their aging narcissism. Aging narcissists are just difficult. But if you set boundaries and stick to them and reinforce them and put consequences in place, you can survive. You can cope with the narcissist. If you find yourself going through dealing with an aging narcissist, be calm, be cool, be collected, be prepared for manipulation. Remember, they must manipulate you. So be patient and keep working on yourself. Get more knowledge about narcissism and work on yourself. You'll be okay. You'll make it. When the narcissist knows you know that they are a narcissist, when you tell the narcissist you are a narcissist, then be prepared. This is how the narcissist will behave. This is how the narcissist will react. This is what will happen when you've figured the narcissist out. Number one, emotional manipulation. When the narcissist knows you have figured them out, they may try to play on your emotions. They will try to guilt trip you, to cause fear in you. They may also try to make you doubt your own perceptions or emotions. Now, number two, they might start a smear campaign. When a narcissist knows you've figured them out, they'll feel threatened and they will quickly start a smear campaign against you. And this means that they will spread false rumors, gossip or lies about you to damage and ruin your reputation. They'll do this to make you look bad and to make others believe that you're not worth trusting. The narcissist might also try to turn other people against you to make you feel isolated and alone. The main goal of the narcissist here in this narcissistic smear campaign, once you have figured them out, is that the narcissist wants to make you feel totally alone and isolated. Number three, reaction. Once the narcissist realizes you figured them out, they will discard you or disappear. When a narcissist knows you have figured them out, they might discard you very easily, quickly. And this means that they'll discard you before you discard them. This means that they will end the relationship and move on to someone easier to manipulate. They will disappear and move to someone easier to manipulate. If the narcissist feels they can no longer control you, they can no longer manipulate you, and that you've discovered who they are, they will discard you. They might disappear without a word. They might discard you as if you never mattered. This can be very confusing to you. It can be very hurtful. But it is just another way that the narcissist is trying to maintain their power and control. They'll do this in a way that makes it look like it was your fault and that you are the one who ended things. The main goal for the narcissist here is to make you feel like you are not good enough and that you can't survive without them. Number four, thing that will happen when the narcissist realizes that you figured them out. They'll try to gaslight you. Once a narcissist knows you figured them out, their first line of defense will be to gaslight you. They will do anything to make you doubt yourself and to question your sanity. Gaslighting is a common tactic used by narcissists when they feel their power or control is being threatened. Gaslighting involves manipulating someone into questioning their own perceptions or reality, often by denying the truth, minimizing the impact of their actions, or twisting the facts. This can make the victim feel confused, disoriented, and doubt their own memory and sanity. So a narcissist will use this covert emotional manipulation to create a false narrative that makes you doubt your initial findings. You'll start doubting the fact that you found out that they're a narcissist. They may make you feel like you are crazy for thinking that they are a narcissist. Number five, thing that happens when the narcissist realizes you figured them out is triangulation. Narcissists may use triangulation to manipulate you, to control you. They use it to control others and manipulate everyone. They might bring it. Triangulation is about the narcissist bringing in a third party to undermine you. They make you jealous. Triangulation is used by the narcissist to create a sense of competition. So this third party that the narcissist brings in could be a friend, a family member, or even a new romantic interest that the narcissist has found. Now, number six, thing that happens when a narcissist realizes you figured them out, they will use projection. They may start projecting. When a narcissist knows you have them figured out, they might start projecting. What we mean by projecting is that it means that the narcissist will start accusing you of the very things that they are doing. If they're cheating, they'll accuse you of cheating. When the narcissist knows you figured them out and when they can't control you, it is very common reaction for the narcissist to play on your emotional side. They will use their gimmicks to prey on you, to make you sympathize with them through projection. So if they're cheating on you, as I've said, they will accuse you of being unfaithful, of being the cheater. If they're abusive, they'll accuse you of being mean, of being abusive, of being the narcissist. So by projecting, what the narcissist is doing right back onto you is that the narcissist sees and believes in their warped reality that you are the one who's done all of the evil things, that you are the narcissist here and not them. Number 7 thing that happens when you figure the narcissist out is baiting. Is what we call baiting. Narcissists use this tactic all the time, baiting. What we mean by baiting is where the narcissist will intentionally cause pain to you. They'll antagonize you. They'll push your buttons. They'll entice you into an argument, into a fight. They'll provoke you to react because they want to get a heavy reaction out of you, most likely a negative reaction. When the narcissist is trying to bait you, they want a fight with you. They know that you figured them out and they need a fight with you. This means that they will do things to get under your skin. They'll provoke you. They'll push your buttons. They'll tease you. They'll make fun of you. Their main goal here is to get you so angry that you will lash out at them. So once you fought with the narcissist, they can then use that as evidence to show the world, to show everyone that you are the one who is crazy here, that you are the one who is mentally unstable, you are the one who's sick, you are the narcissist here. Number 8 reaction or thing that happens when a narcissist realizes you figured them out, they might stonewall you and give you the silent treatment. The silent treatment is refusal to communicate with you. Is when the narcissist refuses to talk with you, to communicate with you, and as a form of punishment for daring to call them out, for figuring them out, or even to ask them questions about their false reality. So if the narcissist can't get you to go into a rage, or if they can't gaslight you, then most likely they will go on a silent treatment. This is the narcissist's way of punishing you, of manipulating you. They will completely shut down and refuse to talk to you. So the main goal here is to make you feel isolated and to make you lose control. Now, stonewalling is some other variation of the silent treatment where the narcissist blocks you. They might get angry and rage at you and accuse you of doing so many things to them. Then they walk away or they hang up the phone to obstruct you from being able to respond. So you will be left feeling frustrated, feeling angry, invalidated, and all alone. You'll feel shut off from expressing your own truth. The more you try to express yourself to the narcissist, the more they punish you by not responding, which will lead to you totally losing control. So the narcissist wants to be chased because it makes them feel powerful and special. And with you chasing the narcissist, you'll be running straight back into their cycle of abuse. And this is what the narcissist wants. That is where the narcissist wants you. So the number 9 thing that will happen when the narcissist realizes that you figured them out, they will try to create a trauma bond. They will use trauma bonding to rattle you up, to make you confused. So when a narcissist loses power, what they do is create a trauma bond. When you find out about the narcissist, they'll trauma bond you. Now, when the narcissist realizes they realize you figured them out. Number 10, they'll go on a narcissistic rage. They'll get angry and hostile. Narcissists do not handle criticism well. When they feel threatened, they may become angry, very angry and hostile. They might lash out verbally, emotionally, or even physically. They may try to intimidate you or use their power and influence to make you back down. So if the narcissist in your life can't get you to doubt yourself, then they'll likely go into what we call narcissistic rage. This is a narcissist's way of trying to scare you into being submissive. They will abuse you. They'll abuse you verbally. They'll threaten you. They'll intimidate you. They'll use all those tactics. And the main goal here is to reduce you, to make you feel small, to make you feel useless, insignificant, that you eventually give, and that way you will find yourself giving up and going back to to being with the narcissist in the way things used to be. Number 11 thing that will happen when you figure the narcissist out, they'll go on denial and deflection. They will deny any wrongdoing. The narcissist will deny any wrongdoing. They'll deflect any criticism. They'll try to gaslight you, distort the truth, and place the blame on someone else. They might also play the victim card. Narcissists, they will forever think that they are the victim. That's the truth. It is mind-boggling how a narcissist can perform the most horrendous acts and still play the victim. So whenever they get into trouble, the narcissist will claim that it is all your fault and that you are being unfair to them. They'll make you feel like you are the one who is responsible for their bad behavior. They may even go further and blame their destructive behaviors on their upbringing or on their previous relationship. So they'll always play the victim. The truth of the matter is that the narcissist feels entitled to you, and all that they want to harvest from you, they feel entitled to all that. So they feel entitled to your money, to sex, status, to the appearance of family life, or having a slave, having you as an emotional punching bag at all times. Number 13 thing that will happen when you figure the narcissist out, they'll blame shift. When the narcissist knows you have figured them out, they will almost always blame shift. They don't take responsibility. They don't want to be accountable. That is what narcissists are known for. So they will divert all responsibility for their actions onto you, onto your neighbor, onto their boss, onto their relatives, onto the dogs, the cats. They'll divert all responsibility to anyone else but themselves. Number 14 thing that happens when the narcissist knows you figure them out, they may try to devalue you. When a narcissist knows you have them figured out, they will start to devalue you. What we mean here is that they will start treating you like trash, like garbage. They'll treat you like you are worthless, a tissue paper. They'll treat you not worth their time. They'll make fun of you. They'll insult you. They'll put you down. They'll verbally abuse you. They'll hurt your feelings. They'll look down upon you. The goal of the narcissist here is to make you feel so bad about yourself that you'll eventually give up and go back to the way things were. They might start slapping you, hitting you, kicking you, pulling your hair. All these are ways of devaluing you because you figured them out. Number 15 thing that happens when the narcissist thinks you figured them out, they will start pointing out all your weaknesses and playing up your fears. They'll make you feel like you are not good enough and that you can't survive without them. They may even tell you that you are useless without me. I'm the best you can ever have. Nobody will want you. Nobody will love you more than I do. They'll also point out your flaws and say that you are not good enough the way you are. You're not beautiful enough. You're not smart. You're not intelligent enough. So by doing this, what your narcissistic partner is doing is trying to break you down. He's trying to manipulate you into surrendering. Why? Simply because you figured them out. Number 16 thing that happens when you figured out the narcissist, they'll try to attack your integrity and your past mistakes. When they know you have figured them out, they'll attack your integrity. They'll look back at your past mistakes and justify their abuse as a response to those things. The narcissist will do this as a way of making you feel like you are also at fault and that you have no grounds to judge them for their actions. The other thing about the narcissist, they will try to blackmail you. When they know that you have them figured out, they'll try to blackmail you in a big way. And this means that they will threaten to reveal your secrets or to do something to hurt you if you don't go back to the way things were. The narcissist might even go ahead and clear out, take out, withdraw all your money in your bank account. They will withhold access to your own even children. They will withhold child support. They will not support your children. They'll threaten to share your nude photos, your intimate photos that you took together to the public. They'll blackmail you. They'll threaten to share your secrets that you told them with everyone else. Why? Simply because you figured them out. Number 18 thing that will happen when the narcissist realizes you figure them out, they might continue with the narcissistic abuse. When a narcissist knows you know them, you figure them out, they will continue to abuse you. They will not stop. They will keep abusing you. They'll abuse you physically. They'll slap you, kick you, beat you up, box you. They will start emotionally abusing you. They will start mentally abusing you. Now, why do they do this? They do this to regain control over you and to make sure that you know who is the boss here. They want you to stop asking them questions. The main goal is to break you down into pieces, make you feel small, make you feel like you cannot live, you cannot survive without them. The narcissists might even threaten to hurt or kill themselves. Simply because you figure them out, they will threaten to hurt themselves. Now they do this to manipulate you so that you back down. Their main goal of them threatening to kill themselves or hurt themselves is to make you feel guilty and to make you feel responsible for their emotional state. Number 19 thing that happens when a narcissist knows you figure them out, they'll use flying monkeys. They will hire, they will get the help of flying monkeys to do their bidding. And lastly, number 20 thing that happens when the narcissist knows you figure them out, they might start to hoover you and love bomb you. They will shower you with attention. They will shower you with compliments, with affection. They'll make it seem like things are going back to how they were and that they've changed. They will take you to expensive dinners, buy you flowers, take you to movies, call you and tell you sweet words, text you, good night, I love you. They'll be so loving to you. This is called love bombing. They'll even accompany this love bombing with feature faking. They will promise you to do things that they were not able to do before. The goal of love bombing you is the narcissist wants to get you to trust them again. They want you they want to make you believe that they are sorry for their behavior. They will promise to change and be as loving as they were before. They'll try to come back into your life. They will apologize. They'll say sorry. They'll act remorseful. So these changes are oftenly short-lived. And the truth of the matter is that the cycle of narcissistic abuse, of manipulation, the cycle of control will likely continue again once they've hoovered you back. So when the narcissist knows you figure them out and that you want to walk away and you've gone no contact, and you've hidden, you're trying to hide from them, they will use every card, every trick in their book of manipulation to get you back, to hoover you back into that toxic cycle of theirs. They want you back so that they can abuse you further, so that they can be the one to discard you as a punishment for trying to leave them. They'll want you back to retain control over you so that you can't reveal their true identity to anybody else. They'll want you back because they want your money, they want accommodation, they want sex, they want your property, they want something more from you. They want to drain your energy, your emotions away from you. So that's why they still want you back. They haven't gotten somebody else. They haven't gotten a new source, a better source of supply than you. So they want you back. Psychologists consider the narcissistic silent treatment to be a form of abuse. It is a popular form of mental torture used by narcissistic individuals, narcissistic people, whereby they cut their victims off by not talking to them for extended period of time. That time can be 3 days, it can be a 1 week, it can be several days, more than 10 days, a month, several months, even 1 year, 2 years. This silent treatment keeps the victim in a constant state of flight or fight. They feel isolated. The victim feels rejected. They feel ignored. They feel sick. So, narcissistic silent treatment is a powerful manipulative technique or tool used by narcissists to control their victims, to exert power over their victims, to create some emotional distance, to torture their victims. It's painful to undergo narcissistic silent treatment. There are many reasons why the narcissist will do the silent treatment on you. Sometimes they're teaching you a lesson. They're punishing you. Maybe you don't do what they want. So they want you to beg them for forgiveness and do whatever they want you to do. Maybe you're not giving them enough attention. So they do that on you. They go silent on you. How do you deal with this narcissistic silent treatment? Number one, don't cheat yourself that the narcissist cares about you. Because they don't care about you. They only care about themselves. The narcissist is a selfish person who puts their needs first. They don't care. So when the narcissist uses the silent treatment to punish you, it's because they don't care. They don't have feelings that you have. They're not remorseful. They don't feel guilty about going silent on you. Number two way of dealing with narcissistic silent treatment. Don't justify yourself to the narcissist. Because when the narcissist does the silent treatment on you, it is a game. It's a mind game that they're playing on you. It's a narcissistic mind game. It's a way of controlling you. It's a way of punishing you, manipulating you. They want you to doubt yourself, your own memories, to question yourself. When the narcissist has done something wrong and you ask them why they did it, when you confront them or when you call them out, they'll twist things around and accuse you of being selfish. When you ask them, you confront the narcissist about them cheating, they'll accuse you of being the one who's cheating. To insist that they are right, they might go silent on you. They want to be the ones who look good. They want to be the ones who are responsible. Everything bad will be you. When you allow the narcissist to win, of course you give them power. But blocking the narcissist is not giving the narcissist power. So if you don't block the narcissist, it's like self-sabotage. You'll not be able to move forward in your life or to live a life free from the narcissistic abuse. If you block the narcissist, they will get angry. But they will not feel powerful. They will feel rejected. They will feel ignored. And we know that a narcissist who is rejected is very angry. In fact, the worst revenge you can pull on a narcissist is to reject them, to ignore them. It makes them feel powerless. But they will feel powerful when the narcissist sees that you're trying to move forward with your life. And at the same time, they have access to contact you. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel goddess, a god. Especially if you have a new partner in your life. The narcissist will feel that they still have somewhere, a place in your mind. They'll feel that they have a place in your life. They'll feel that they can send abusive messages via text messages. They try to hoover you back. They'll play mind games on you. And that happens when you're dealing with a narcissist and you don't block them. Make sure the narcissist cannot reach you in any way. Block them everywhere. Block them on phone. Block them on your social media. That's the best way of handling the narcissist. Because the narcissist will try to stalk you. They'll want to check in to see if they've ruined your life. When the narcissist tries to reach out to you, it's not because they miss you. It's not because they feel remorse for how they've treated you. When the narcissist returns, it's because of their initial silent treatment that they're giving their new supply. To the narcissist, the best way to deal with them, block them. Block their number, block them on phone, block them on social media, block them on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your WhatsApp, Instagram. Block the narcissist everywhere. Remember that the narcissistic silent treatment has nothing to do with you. So don't fall for their fake stories. They know you are compassionate. You like to help people overcome their pain. That's why when the narcissist comes back, they'll tell you about those funny stories about their childhood. So if the narcissist goes silent on you, just know that the narcissist will never be a decent person. So how do you deal with the silent treatment of the narcissist? That's a question I'm asking you. Please, you can share on the comment section of this video. Don't try in any way to send text messages if the narcissist tries to hoover you. Gaslighting in relationships and how to handle it. What is gaslighting? Let's define it. First of all, gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse. It's about making someone else question their sanity, their perception of reality, or to question their memories. That is gaslighting. So, when a person or a group of people make someone or other people go through this, they do it by manipulation. They manipulate your mindset and they manipulate the information you receive. So when you experience gaslighting, you often feel confused, you're worried, you're anxious, you mistrust yourself. Gaslighting in relationships, it's all about manipulation, making the other person develop self-doubt. It's about brainwashing someone else. It's about making someone lose their sense of self-worth, their identity, their perception. So why do people gaslight others in a relationship? Someone will gaslight the other person in a relationship for control, manipulation. Manipulation is all about control. How do you recognize, how do you identify that someone is gaslighting you? What is the gaslighting behavior that you need to observe? So if someone makes you believe that you are too sensitive, probably they're gaslighting you. If you find yourself feeling confused in the relationship, then you are being gaslighted. If you feel that you're the one to be blamed, you're the one at fault, you're the one who is to answer for every problem, for every challenge, for everything that is wrong in that relationship or that marriage of yours, then you're being gaslighted. If you're the one who keeps saying, I'm sorry, if you're the one who keeps apologizing, then you are being gaslighted. If you keep asking yourself if you are good enough, you keep asking yourself questions, am I good enough? Probably you're being gaslighted. So if you find that you're suppressing your emotions, you can't speak how you feel, can't say what you're feeling, because you're trying to avoid conflict, then probably you're being gaslighted. So what are these? How do you deal with gaslighting? You deal with gaslighting through verifying that information. So when someone gaslights you, just know that people gaslight you are pathological liars, and narcissists, we know they're pathological liars. So when you want to defend yourself against gaslighting, make sure that you are 100% sure that you're being gaslighted. Then another way of dealing with gaslighters, people who are gaslighting you, dealing with gaslighting itself, is do not argue, do not react. You know, someone who gaslights you, they don't want you to have the last word. Ground yourself if you're dealing with gaslighting. Have your individual identity, because gaslighters will try to destroy your perception. They will want to destroy the world you've built for yourself. The other thing is to assess your own personality. Contact your friends and family. Get connected with people who care about you. Get connected with your support system. Surround yourself with people who will be there for you if things go wrong. These people will notice if something is wrong with you. They'll be able to notice if you've changed. Learn to say no. You can also try and consult a professional, a counselor. Talk to them about how you feel. Talk to a therapist. Let them help you on how to deal with this gaslighting spouse, partner, wife, husband who has these violent tendencies. You can also rebrand yourself, rebuild your self-esteem, because we know gaslighting is all about manipulating you, controlling you, breaking your self-esteem. You might need to work on that. And remember, you cannot control somebody else's actions. So you cannot change someone, not control somebody's actions. So your partner's behavior of gaslighting reflects the problems that they have. So be compassionate about yourself. Practice self-care. Take good care of yourself. Keep a journal. Document what you see. Document the patterns you see with your partner, with the gaslighting issues. Join support groups to stop this gaslighting behavior. Talk to people who have been gaslighted, can help you navigate this situation of being gaslighted. Out of that relationship. Stay away from this gaslighter. How to know a narcissist is finished with you. The final discard. Number one, they will show their true colors and they'll unmask their real selves. You'll start seeing the real person under the mask. The narcissist will no longer feel the need to put on a facade. They will no longer try to hide their flaws, their intentions, their imperfections. You will see them for who they are. Cruel, selfish, manipulative, controlling, arrogant, self-centered, callous. Number two, way to know a narcissist is finished with you. They're done with you. They'll stop begging you to stay. You know, a narcissist will do anything, absolutely anything, to stay in the relationship if there's something still in it for them. One of the signs that a narcissist is done with you, is finished with you, is when they no longer care whether you stay in the relationship or whether you go. They will even dare you or tell you that you don't have the capacity, you don't have the strength to go. So when a narcissist stops trying to convince you to stay in that relationship, when they stop all efforts to maintain the relationship, that's a clear sign they are done with you. They may even encourage you to leave them and ask you why you are not leaving the relationship. Now, the other sign that a narcissist is done with you, is finished with you, they become super confident. A narcissist who is done with you is overconfident. They brag about how they can live without you, how they can make it without you, how they are better than you, and why you are so lucky that they even tolerated you in the first place. The other sign a narcissist is finished with you, they will withdraw affection and intimacy. They will gradually withdraw affection and intimacy from the relationship. Physical and emotional intimacy becomes scarce, rare, and the narcissist may start to withhold acts of love and tenderness. This withdrawal is often an tactic, an intentional, deliberate tactic to create a distance and diminish emotional bonds. They become cold and distant. You know, during the love bombing phase, the idealization phase, the narcissist was warm and affectionate. But now they're cold and distant. They avoid touching you. They refuse to engage in intimate or personal conversations. They become emotionally unavailable. They withhold physical and emotional affection. This is a way to end things on their terms and assert their dominance. They do this to manipulate you into begging for their attention or try to win them back. And this feeds their ego. The other thing you'll notice that is the lack of interest and engagement from them when they're done and finished with you. A narcissist who's done with you, they will lack interest and engagement in that relationship. They may become emotionally distant. They will show disinterest in your life, thoughts and feelings. Conversations may become one-sided. They'll revolve around the narcissist's needs and desires. They will always become cold and responsive and indifferent to your emotional well-being. This lack of empathy will be so clear and apparent, and they will dismiss or invalidate your emotions. A narcissist who is finished with you, who is done with you, will develop a dismissive attitude towards your opinions, ideas, and concerns. They will belittle your achievements, undermine your self-confidence, your self-esteem. They'll make you feel small, worthless, insignificant. Their need to assert dominance and superiority becomes more pronounced. Another sign that a narcissist is finished with you, done with you, they will say horrible things to you, nasty things to you. They will talk about your weaknesses. They will tell you how much of a fool you are and you are to believe their lies, their manipulations. They will ridicule your feelings. When a narcissist is done with you, when a narcissist is finished with you, they will be so clear. You'll see them for who they are. You'll feel the sign that a narcissist is finished with you. You'll feel something in you telling you that something has changed. You'll feel it. Always trust your gut instinct. When the narcissist is finished with you, you will know. You'll feel that coldness, that withdrawal of affection, that belittling narcissist is trying to do towards you, the criticizing you. That change is a signal that the narcissist is done with you. You'll also get the narcissistic stare. When a narcissist is finished with you, you observe how they look at you, how they stare at you. To them, you are weak, you are a fool, you are a pathetic, you are a loser, you are disgusting. Because they lied to you, you fell for their deception. When a narcissist has fooled you, they look down upon you. They will stare at you with cold, dead eyes. Now, another sign that a narcissist is done with you, they no longer find you attractive. In the idealization stage, the narcissist was totally obsessed with you. They always wanted you to be around them. They loved talking to you, talking with you. They loved doing everything with you. They called you all the time. They used to go out with you all the time. They felt as if they never wanted to be away from you. Their world began and ended with you. You are everything to them. You are their life. You are so special. They loved spoiling you, buying you expensive gifts, taking you for expensive dinners, taking you for vacations. They made you feel cherished and beautiful. They defended you if someone tried attacking you or bad-mouthing you. Then, from nowhere, suddenly, boom, they changed their attitude towards you. They switched off their charm, their love towards you. They no longer find you attractive. They are no longer enticed by you. That warmth, that sweetness has gone ice cold, and it gets worse every day. That's a sign the narcissist is done with you. They are finished with you. Another sign that a narcissist is finished with you, they're constantly criticizing and devaluing you. You could do nothing wrong, but everything will seem to have changed. They will criticize everything that you do. Whatever you do will get some criticism from the narcissist. They will also ghost you. Narcissists lack empathy. They don't feel guilt or remorse. They don't care about your feelings. The easiest way for a narcissist to show you that relationship is gone, they're done with you, they will ghost you. They'll stop all communication. They will stop replying to your messages, text messages, calls, receiving your calls, emails. They'll just ghost you. That's a sign they're done with you. It's finished. Then the other thing is they ignore you. They go missing. They disappear for long periods. In short, they ghost you. They disappear from your life for days, for months, for weeks, sometimes for years, with no explanation, no warning. Their main aim here is to make you worried, to make you insecure. And meanwhile, they'll be seeking out someone new, a new supply who will give them the attention, the validation, the praise they desire. They'll keep you away from, the narcissists will try to put you away from them. They want you to feel on the edge. They want you to feel anxious about the relationship. They will ignore things you say. They will never be available to you. They will ignore your texts and calls. They will, in fact, completely ignore you. Or when they respond to you, they'll respond with short, dismissive answers if you text or call them. This is a clear, deliberate attempt to make you feel small, insignificant, rejected. And they enjoy the fact that you are desperate to get their attention. The other sign that a narcissist is finished with you, they are angry and irritated at you all the time. Nothing you do is right. They'll constantly blame you, criticize you. When a narcissist is finished with you, when they're done with you, they will engage in constant criticism and blame. They'll find fault in your actions, decisions, behaviors. They'll make you feel inadequate and responsible for all the relationship problems. They will become highly critical of all the things they used to praise you. They will now suddenly, those things will become faults. They'll be highly critical of your looks, the way you look like. They'll say you're fat. They'll be critical of your decisions. They'll be critical of your behavior. They'll even start to gaslight you into doubting yourself. They'll devalue your opinions. They'll belittle your achievements. They'll make cruel comments, undermine your self-esteem. They'll criticize you in public and private. You'll feel like you can never please them. Even things about you that they used to adore, they used to love, now will seem to irritate and bother them. How you look, how you dress, how you talk, how you behave, to the way you do things and the decisions you make. Everything seems to annoy the narcissist. They will make no effort to conceal or to hide or to say it in any way. In fact, the narcissist makes mountains out of small molehills. They'll say things to your face. They'll be brutally honest. When a narcissist is done with you, no matter what you do, it is never right in their eyes. They will always be angry with you. They will gaslight you. When they are ready to move on, when they're done with you, they intensify their gaslighting techniques. They will distort your reality. They'll deny the previous actions. They'll make you question your own sanity and perception of events. They'll manipulate you to an extent that you will start questioning your own abilities, your own sanity, your own power of reasoning. Whenever you confront the narcissist about their lies, about their bad behavior, they will deny them outright, and they'll twist it around in a way as to make you look guilty. You will stop trusting your own judgment. Your confidence, your self-esteem, as a result, it will go down. When you're told that you are the problem and not the narcissist, you will start believing it. They will destroy your ability to function independently, further strengthening the trauma bond. They will drain you financially when they're finished with you, when they're done with you. They will make sure they have milked you dry financially. Because to the narcissist, if you still have money, if you still have assets, you are still useful to them. They will force you to take responsibility for their misdeeds. When you call out the narcissist or when you challenge their wrongdoings or abusive behavior, they will twist things around to make you look guilty. They will accuse you that if you had not done this, I would not have done that. If you had not said this, I would not have said that. They will insult you and deflame you. That's a sign they're done with you. They know where to hit, where to hurt you the most. They will badmouth you to your friends, to your family members. They'll smear your name. They'll paint a horrible picture of you so that they will no longer want to keep in touch with you. The friends, your family will not want to keep in touch with you. The main aim of the narcissist here is to deny you your support system and to play the victim. So that when you approach your friends and family members for help, they will not believe you. They will not help you. The narcissist will be brutally honest with you when they are done with you. They will not hide their true feelings. They will say what they think. They will be very unkind to you. If they used you for money, they'll tell you on your face. They will mock you are being naive. Once they have drained you, they will feel nice. They'll take pleasure in telling you all about their narcissistic game plan. And remember one thing, the narcissist, when they're done with you, they'll be blatantly unfaithful. They will cheat on you. And they will not even try to hide their affairs. They will even cheat on your face. They want to upset you. They want you to end the relationship because it will save them that energy. They will accuse you of cheating. They'll accuse you of being jealous. That is a sign that they're done with you. They will start grooming new partners. They'll use the same love bombing techniques they did with you to trap new partners. They will always be in search of new sources of admiration and validation. Because they've already lost interest in you. They'll seek out new targets to fulfill their narcissistic needs. They'll flirt with others, they'll pursue new relationships, they'll engage in extramarital affairs, they'll replace you with someone else. That clearly is a sign the narcissist is done with you. They'll openly flaunt their new partners or even pursue other people openly. This is a way of showing you that they have moved on, that they're done with you, that they're finished with you, and they don't need your approval anymore. And at the same time, they're trying to make you jealous. They'll even become physically abusive. By the time the narcissist is finished with you, they have absolutely no feelings for you. You are nothing to them. You are worthless. It doesn't take long for them to start physically abusing you after the verbal insults. They'll ignore your friends and family when they're done with you. They'll ignore your boundaries. They may invade your privacy. They'll engage in intrusive behavior. They'll disregard your request for space or time alone. This violation of boundaries is a way for the narcissist to exert control and to assert dominance. They will stop making any effort. They'll not make any effort in the relationship when they're done with you. They don't care about you anymore. They'll stop pretending to compromise and to do whatever they want without any regard for your feelings. If you're going through a hard, tough time, they will not help you. They will not give you any support. They will even tell you that no one else will want you. They'll tell you that you were your best. Without them, you'll never be loved by anybody else. They'll blame everything on you. They'll blame you for things you didn't do, like lying, cheating, or being envious. They'll shift blame onto others. When the narcissist is done with you, when they're finished with you, they intensify their blame game. They'll hold you responsible for things you didn't do. They'll accuse you of even stealing or deliberately cheating the narcissist or putting them down in front of others. They will accuse you of lying or cheating. They will try to make you jealous. They will constantly be moody and irritated. They'll play the victim card. They will fake drama because narcissists love chaos. They love drama. They love conflicts. They'll stop seeking your approval. They'll badmouth you in public. They don't care. They intentionally pick fights. They will become demanding and controlling in a final attempt to make you feel bad or manipulate you into submission. And if you don't comply, they will have another excuse to end the relationship and blame you. They will stop talking about the future. They will not promise anything. They will not make plans for the future with you. The narcissists will not love bomb you anymore. They will start ignoring you. They will not respond to your words, to your calls, to your messages. They will find faults with everything you do. They will constantly criticize you. They will become emotionally and physically distant. They'll show no interest in spending time with you. They will become distant as they start hunting for a new catch, a new partner. That's what the narcissists love doing. They'll take advantage of you. They'll milk you dry financially. They'll show no empathy, no remorse. They will start making big changes to their life or appearances, showing off to you and others, trying to get a better source of supply. They'll flirt with others openly. They'll not care if you see them or not. They will stop responding to your messages or calls. They will even disappear without a word. In short, they will ghost you. We know that communication is everything in a relationship. So when a narcissist is finished with you, they will stop responding to your messages or calls. That is a sign they are distancing themselves. It's a sign that they're done with you. They'll cut ties with your friends and family. They'll avoid any mutual connections. Their behavior will become cruel. They'll become cold and empty. The narcissists will start telling you harsh truths that were once unsaid. They'll not care. They'll be brutally honest to destabilize you, to make it easier for them to walk away from you. They won't hesitate to speak ill of you to others. They'll try to damage your reputation. You're no longer useful to them, so they don't care. They'll treat you like garbage, like crap. They'll ghost you without thinking twice. They will ignore your messages. They'll not respond to your texts, their calls. They'll give excuses for not spending time with you because they have moved on to someone else who they think is better source of supply. So they'll accuse you of cheating or they'll accuse you of flirting, and they're looking for a reason to dump you. You'll catch them in a lie, and they will not even defend themselves. They'll gaslight you into believing their lies. They'll even accuse you that you are the reason why they're lying to you. When you find a narcissist lying to you, then clearly they're done with you. They are finished with you. They will withdraw compliments and they will withdraw any positive reinforcement. They will make everything your fault. They'll blame you for everything. To the narcissist, they will use your deepest secrets against you, to hurt you, to humiliate you, because they're done with you. They'll start talking badly about you to other people. You'll feel like you're always walking on eggshells around them because they're done with you. They're finished with you. They'll provoke you and push all your buttons to hurt you. They will flirt with others and they'll make sure you see, to make them jealous. If you confront them, they'll try to deny it. They'll gaslight you into thinking that you are being paranoid. But the truth is that they just want to move on, or they're done with you, they're finished with you. Being ignored has the opposite effects on the narcissist. When someone is not stroking their ego, or when someone is not fulfilling their narcissistic supply, the narcissists tend to feel threatened and insecure. They may feel anxious, scared, or upset when you start ignoring them because they are not in control anymore. Ignoring a narcissist in many ways represents a serious personal attack. To a narcissist, ignoring them represents a form of punishment, and they will often try to punish you back by trying to gaslight you or to blame you so that they are not accountable. So, what exactly happens when you ignore a narcissist? Number one, they will ignore you back. Many narcissists will respond to ignoring by ignoring back. When you stop responding to narcissists, when you start ignoring them, they may give you the silent treatment right back. They may stonewall you, and they may stay quiet because they want to feel like they're in control of the situation. The narcissists, they don't want to be seen as needy or emotional. So they'll focus their efforts elsewhere in the meantime. So they'll hope that you feel more uncomfortable when they ignore you back, and that you will want to break that silence to reach out first. Number two thing that happens when you ignore a narcissist, the narcissist will get angry. They will be enraged. They may get angry with you for ignoring them. They will want to feel better about themselves, so they will keep people around them who can help boost their egos. So when you suddenly stop giving the narcissist what they want, when you start ignoring them, there's a chance, a big chance, a high chance that they'll get really angry and they'll be upset and they'll call you selfish for not meeting their needs. The narcissists will be enraged and they may send angry messages, or they may call you when they're upset to try to get what they want. The number three thing that happens when you ignore a narcissist, they may ghost you if you ignore them. The narcissist knows that ghosting you will upset you. They may ghost you as a revenge tactic after they have had the best sex with you, for instance, or after they have spent a wonderful time together, a trip, for instance, with you as a couple. Number four thing that may happen when you ignore a narcissist, they may act nice to try winning you back. They'll want to hoover you back. They'll try to pull you right back in. So they may make a fake apology. They may say sorry, which is a fake one. They may give you compliments. They'll try to praise you so that they don't lose you. The narcissists, they are afraid of losing control over you. So they will start love bombing you with kind words, with gifts to pull you back in. They will need you back on the hook, and they will bait you with the same grand gestures, with the same sweet words, with the same expensive gifts they used to do to you when they were love bombing you, to make you feel like they have realized that you are the love of their life again. They'll want you to feel like they've changed. Number five thing that will happen when you ignore a narcissist is that they could feel anxious or scared. Narcissists want to feel like they're the most important person and thing in your life. So they will start feeling uncomfortable. They'll start feeling anxious or scared once you start ignoring them. Therefore, they may text you asking what's wrong, and they may worry about why you're not replying to them. In reality, the narcissists, they are only worried that their true selves will be exposed. Number six thing that may happen when you ignore a narcissist, they might shift the blame to you. They'll blame you for everything that is going wrong. They'll even blame you for ignoring them. They don't take accountability for their actions. They don't take responsibility for their actions. So the narcissist, what they do, they'll say that you're the one that caused an issue in your relationship. Number seven thing that will happen when you ignore a narcissist, they may talk badly about you. They will go on a narcissistic smear campaign against you. They will smear you. Many narcissists engage in smearing to blame you and to play the victim by making themselves look exactly like the victims. So they want to protect their own narrative about what happened. So if you ignore a narcissist, they will feel like they have been rejected, and they will get mad, they'll get upset. There's a high chance that they'll try to spread lies about you to feel better about themselves rather than sitting with the shame or insecurity they have. So the narcissist could tell lies to your friends. They could tell lies to your family members. about what happened. Narcissists may say that you are ignoring them and that they will try to get others to sympathize with them rather than taking responsibility for their actions. The number 8 thing that could happen when you ignore a narcissist, they could try to keep tabs on you. They'll stalk you. They'll want to know your whereabouts. After you start ignoring a narcissist, they may continue checking your social media pages to see how you're doing. They'll check your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn profiles. They may also try to see you while you're at work, or ask friends and family how you are doing. And they do that to feel like they're still part of your life, even if you're not talking to them directly. So beware, when you ignore the narcissist, they'll start checking your WhatsApp profile, your WhatsApp status constantly. They want to know everything that is going on in your life. They want to feel that they're still part of your life. The number 9 thing that will happen when you ignore a narcissist, they may move on to someone else. If a narcissist sees that you're not going to respond to them no matter what they do, if they realize that you're ignoring them, then they'll recognize that they don't have control over you anymore. Since they cannot do anything to make you come back to them, since they can't do anything to hoover you back, then they might start looking for someone else that they can easily influence, someone else that they can easily manipulate and control. So they may also reach out to others. They may call your friends, they may call out your family members to express their concerns about your well-being. What the narcissist will be hoping is that your loved ones will reach out to you, and that will make you feel guilty, or will make you feel compelled to respond to the narcissist again. The number 10 thing that will happen when you ignore a narcissist is that they could try to sabotage you, and they will threaten you also. They'll threaten to hurt you, or take you to court, or take your kids away from you. This is if you ignore them. In more serious cases, they may also threaten to hurt themselves or to end their lives. The main goal of the narcissist here is all about making you feel guilty. They want you to come back to them, and they don't want you to have anything over them. The number 11 thing that might happen when you ignore a narcissist is that they may get vengeful when you ignore them. They'll try to do things that block meaningful opportunities in your life. The narcissist may try to sabotage your new relationship or prevent you from moving up in your career, or they may try to destroy personal belongings that are important to you simply because you are ignoring them. The number 12 thing that might happen when you ignore a narcissist is that the narcissist will try to provoke you. All the secrets and private information you shared with the narcissist while they were love bombing you will now be used against you. The narcissist might post photos with attractive women, for instance, to make you jealous. The narcissist wants their actions to have a direct connection to your emotions. They will therefore try to make you even more angry. To the narcissist, a negative attention is better than getting no attention at all. So some narcissists will react to being ignored by doubling down on their behavior, on the behavior that you didn't like. They want to give you something to complain about. So if you are upset about a certain behavior or action of the narcissist, and that's why you're ignoring them, they might decide to increase how often they do that behavior or that act that you don't like, simply to provoke you, to make you feel bad, to make you react. The number 13 thing that the narcissist will do when you ignore them, they may apologize and beg for forgiveness. If you've never ignored the narcissist before, then I want to tell you one thing. Don't be shocked, don't be surprised if they suddenly come on their knees begging you for forgiveness, because they've realized that you are not talking to them. It is hurting them. Now, the narcissist will try to win you over with fake promises, big promises. They'll try to tell you that they'll change. They'll tell you that they'll go to therapy. They'll tell you that they are ready for marriage with you, that they are ready to have more children. They'll promise to never act the way they've acted ever again. So narcissists, remember one thing about narcissists, they don't change overnight. And they know how to manipulate people to get what they want. And what the narcissist wants is power and control. So if they need to apologize and beg for that, then that is exactly what they will do. They will beg you and forgive you. And and ask for forgiveness from you. That's what the narcissists will do when you ignore them. Number 14 thing that the narcissists will do when you ignore them, they might fake a crisis or an emergency. They'll feign a crisis. Suddenly, you'll realize that the narcissist will be telling you that their dad is admitted in the hospital, their mom is seriously ill, or that their boss has called them for a meeting because they're getting fired. All these are ways to make you break that ignoring them. They want you to contact them. Number 15, they'll try to make you very, very, very jealous. They might try to make you jealous in many ways when you ignore them. They might go out at night with strangers, get drunk, post pictures, suspicious pictures of them kissing other women or other boys, just to make you jealous. The hope here is that you will see those photos on their social media platforms, and that you'll feel jealous about it and you'll want to talk to them. When you reject a narcissist, they get hurt. When you ignore a narcissist, it hurts them. They become angry. They become agitated when you ignore them. So if you ignore the narcissist, they will have a violent, excessive, and disorderly reaction to the rejection. They will create drama. They will try to create a scene. They will not go down smiling. They'll give a fight. The narcissist hates to be ignored. They hate to be rejected. When you rattle the narcissist by ignoring them and rejecting them, they'll make you feel ashamed. They'll make you regret why you've ignored them. Because we know the narcissists are master manipulators. They want to be in control all the time. They will do anything and absolutely everything to feel more empowered than you. So when you ignore the narcissist, don't think they will leave you alone. To the narcissist, that is a game that they must win. Narcissists hate losing. When you try to ignore them, they will do everything to conquer and win. If you ignored the narcissist some time back, they will use the same tactics they use to win, to get your attention back. Try to forget a narcissist in any way. They will hate you. They'll be so angered. The worst thing you can do to a narcissist is ignoring them. So when you start ignoring the narcissist, what happens? What are these things that they will do? The narcissist will gaslight you if you start ignoring them. The gaslighting means the narcissist will make you start questioning yourself, doubt yourself, your own rationality, your own reality. The narcissist will say sorry if you try to ignore them. So when you ignore the narcissist, they'll be worried, they'll be anxious, they'll be scared. They might start obsessing around you. They will send you so many text messages, apologizing, asking for you to talk. They will swing into narcissistic rage. They'll force you to give them what they want. They may continue texting you without stopping. You'll receive thousands, countless phone calls, messages, emails. Ignore the narcissist in these kinds of communication. So when you ignore a narcissist text message, that is the most important thing to do. It is even much better than engaging the narcissist in anything. Just ignore their messages. When you ignore the narcissist, they will badmouth you. They'll blame you for the breakup of that relationship. They'll accuse you of cheating. Narcissists, they may go on a smear campaign. They'll tarnish your name even to their new partners. They may reach out to someone close to you. This is also a direct attack. They will smear your campaign to them. They will tell them how you mistreated them, how you abused them. Because they want to know what you're up to. They'll stalk you on your social media platforms. They'll try to reach out to your closest people. They'll become manipulative. They'll try to control you. They want to hoover you back. They'll try all other ways to pursue you. They'll bother you. They'll remind you of all the stuff you used to do together. They'll tell you how much they love you. The thing is for you to keep ignoring the narcissist. They'll try to track your whereabouts. They'll try to block any opportunities you have in your life. And finally, if you ignore the narcissist, they might give up on you and look for a new victim. A covert narcissist is a kind of undercover narcissist. And that's why they can be very difficult to identify. They're harder to spot because they don't openly seek attention or approval the way overt narcissists do. Covert narcissists are also known as the vulnerable or closet narcissist. And they exhibit many traits of narcissism, but in a more subtle and hidden manner. The covert narcissists, they appear introverted, vulnerable, or even self-effacing. Covert narcissists may be perceived as being nice, being sweet. They're characterized by being shy, introverted, sensitive. However, the covert narcissist is very manipulative, and they tend to use the passive-aggressive behavior to get what they want. In short, covert narcissists have all the goals of other narcissists, but they crave attention and power over others. That's the way overt narcissists and the other narcissists do. But their methods, the methods covert narcissists use, are subtle, they're hidden, and they're less obvious to others. Now, how do you spot a covert narcissist? Number one, they're emotionally neglectful. They withhold attention and emotional support from those close to them, including their own partners, spouses, children, friends. This leaves the covert narcissist's loved ones feeling unimportant, invisible, unworthy of love and attention. Their efforts to get attention are more subtle. Unlike the other narcissists who are clearly arrogant, boastful, the covert narcissist will often try to talk about how disappointed, how lonely they feel because no one understands or appreciates them. The vulnerable narcissist, the covert narcissist that is, may present themselves as selfless, big-hearted, and giving without any expectation of return. And yet, they'll be the first ones to complain if they believe their kindness is not reciprocated. In short, the covert narcissists, they give you with one hand and they make noise with the other hand, claiming that you're not giving back. They are hypocrites, in short. These people lack empathy, just like other narcissists. So, the other way of spotting a covert narcissist is the passive self-importance trait in them. They are more likely to seek reassurance from others than other kind of narcissists. The covert narcissists, they use softer tactics, such as they give backhanded compliments to others. They play down your achievements intentionally so that you give them reassurance and compliment. They talk down negatively about what they've succeeded in so that you can talk positively and assure them about their achievement. The other way of spotting a covert narcissist is that they are shy and they are withdrawn in nature. They are very good at procrastination. They manipulate others in indirect ways. They might not show up for a meeting. They might not show up for that date that you have with them. They'll wait until the last minute to cancel a date or to return phone calls or to communicate back or they just show up late for any meeting, for any engagement that you have with them. They do this to show the other person that they are not important. They do this to show you that they are more important than you. Now, the other way of spotting a covert narcissist is their inconsistency in public and private life. There are always two sides, two faces of a covert narcissist. Sometimes publicly they can appear very nice, very kind, very supportive, very sweet, very helpful, they might appear like peacemakers. They avoid confrontation publicly. And you might think that they are in control of their emotions, but that's a lie. These people in private, they are the opposite of that. They may be bullies, they are liars, They are anything else but not what they try to show to the public. Now, the other way of spotting a covert narcissist is that they're passive-aggressive. Covert narcissists are oftenly passive-aggressive. They use the passive-aggressive tactic because their sense of self is too fragile for direct confrontation. And this means that they may not openly express their hostility or negativity, but instead they do it indirectly. A covert narcissist may make sarcastic comments. They may withhold compliments. They may withhold support. They may spread rumors or gossip. In short, they may go on a narcissistic smear campaign against you or deliberately sabotage others' efforts. They forget to pass on important details about events, or they may leave it until the last minute to share information that will not give you enough time to prepare. The other thing about the covert narcissists, they are thin-skinned. They are highly sensitive to criticism. Narcissists don't like to be criticized, because to the narcissist, they'll never take blame. They're never accountable. They'll never take responsibility. Nothing will ever be their fault, and they will never apologize. They have this emotional instability, and this makes them prone to depression and anxiety. You criticize the narcissist just a little, then they get wounded. They are deeply insecure people. They are extremely defensive. They are unable to take on board any kind of negative feedback. And that's why the narcissists are called thin-skinned people, because they are also highly sensitive to criticism. They have this fear within them, deep-seated fear of being exposed. The true person they are, the fake person they are afraid that to be exposed. Another way of spotting a covert narcissist is that they hold grudges. Covert narcissists are quick to hold a grudge once you wrong them, once you cross them, once you get into conflict with them, any misunderstanding with them, they hold grudges. They will try to even ruin your life if you've wronged them, to prove that they were right all along. And covert narcissists will also give with a goal. They want to be seen as givers. They may volunteer their time to help others. They may give gifts with the intention of making the other person feel good. But there's always something hidden behind their giving. They don't just give for free. When they give you something, they expect something big in return, something even much better in return. When a covert narcissist acts as a volunteer, when they volunteer their time to do something, to help someone, a friend for instance, they expect that friend to be available to them when they need help. They may also give gifts with the intention of making the other person feel indebted to them. So when a narcissist gives you, don't celebrate. They want something back. They expect it back in a bigger way. The other way of identifying, spotting a covert narcissist is that they are self-serving. They have this self-serving empathy. They can pretend to be empath. They can purposefully show empathy to you to get something from you. They may behave and act as a kind person. They may comfort you when you are upset, when you are down, but they expect to receive something else in return. The other way of spotting a covert narcissist is that they are envious and they are jealous people. The covert narcissist may not express their envy, but they may show bitterness or resentment towards others. They believe that other people envy them because of the belief that they are special. The vulnerable narcissist will not take kindly when someone else is praised, when someone else gets the attention that the narcissist, that covert narcissist, believes they deserve that praise or attention. So if they realize that the attention is on someone else, the focus is on someone else, they will try to one-up you. They'll try to one-up that person. They might even criticize them. They might dismiss them, devalue them. They will check out on the conversations. They might change the subjects. So the covert narcissists are experts at hiding their envy. They're also uniquely miserable. That's another way of spotting a covert narcissist. They believe that whatever struggles they're having, whatever challenges they are having, they are unique and special. That if they're suffering, they believe they are suffering more than any other person. If they're stressed, they believe they are more stressed than everybody else. They believe they are more misunderstood than everybody else, and that they have more problems than anyone else. They don't take responsibility. They are never accountable. And that's how, and that way, their suffering will always be someone else's fault. They'll always blame others for their suffering. The covert narcissist will always create confusion. They will do everything to create drama, conflicts. They can tell you one thing and then do something else. They'll promise you this and then break that promise. They are very good at future faking. And this creates a lot of stress, a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety in people around that covert narcissist. Because the covert narcissist is never clear and you're never sure with a covert narcissist on what is going to happen next. The covert narcissist has this tendency to withhold love and affection from their partners, from their spouses, their lovers, their sweethearts, when they feel that they're not being treated in the way that they believe they deserve. And this is what brings about feelings of loneliness, insecurity, anxiety, brings stress in the relationship. Covert narcissists are inadequate. They feel inadequate. They feel that they are not good enough. They believe they don't have what it takes to be successful. And that's why it makes them highly critical of themselves and the others. And they have a hard time taking compliments because they think that people are just trying to make them feel better about themselves. So they'll seek attention and appreciation, but they will use softer, subtle approaches, hidden approaches to achieve the same objective. Covert narcissists will put others down, even if it's not necessary. They want to be right all the time. And covert narcissists are very critical and judgmental of others, even if they don't know them very well. They always try to be better than others, or they try to make themselves look better. Narcissists are individuals who lack empathy. They're capable of anything to control you, to manipulate you, because that's their main aim in your life, to destroy you. They're dangerous people in this world, in this planet. But narcissists, at first, they'll always look charming, and they're very charismatic, articulate, magnetic. They are pleasant when you interact with a narcissist at first. But behind that face they create, behind closed doors, the narcissist is a cold individual who lacks empathy, mean, arrogant, unpredictable, threatening, dangerous, full of rage person. So if you want to know, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you want to know if they will kill you, then let me give you the signs. Number one, the narcissist have they ever choked you? Have they ever tried to strangle you with their hands because of a quarrel? Have they ever tried to slap you, beat you? Have they ever tried to use an object to hit you? That is a red flag. That is an indication of homicide cooking. Most of these homicide cases, you'll hear that there was incidences of choking, of strangling, of suffocating from their partners. Another sign that a narcissist can kill you, or they will kill you, is that they will tell you, you can never leave me. They'll tell you, you will never leave me. Death will come before you leave me. Or they will tell you, if I can't have you, nobody can. So if you have a narcissist who tells you those words, then they can kill you. It means that threat alone, something serious can happen. When a narcissist makes such kind of statements, they believe you are an object to them. They believe they own you. You are their, they can do anything to you. The other sign that a narcissist can kill you, they've threatened to do it. They've had dreams, fantasies, ideas about killing you. They've had dreams, fantasies about killing the children, your relatives, or about killing themselves as well. When a narcissist tells you that they think of killing themselves, that's also a red flag. If they've threatened to kill you or to kill anybody close to you, that's a risk factor. It's a red flag. It indicates that this person can actually do it. The other sign that a narcissist can kill you, they have this history of being violent. They have a bad history of abusing their partners physically. If someone is extremely verbally abusive, then it's also an indicator they can be physically violent as well. So that's a red flag. Are they extremely verbally abusive? They can turn easily to be to abuse you physically, and they can also kill you if possible. Another sign that a narcissist will kill you is that they isolate you from friends, they isolate you from family, they isolate you from everybody else. That's a clear sign that they can do anything to you. The other sign that they can do anything to you is that when you have a conflict, have you ever had a misunderstanding with the narcissist? If so, you realize that they will use even knives to threaten you, or even firearms, or some objects. They'll hold some objects and threaten to use them on you. Any show of weapons in a conflict is a red flag. It's a sign that the narcissist can actually use it, and death can happen. Another sign that a narcissist can kill you is that they don't value life. They don't care about their own life. They have no vision for their life. They have no motivation. They're like depressed. They are extremely depressed with life. And maybe they'll have suicide thoughts. And because of that, they can easily find themselves harming you. Now, if they was violent after leaving the narcissist or trying to leave the relationship, then it is a bad sign that the narcissist can actually do something worse than that. So, do the narcissists stalk you? Have they held you hostage? That's also another risk of violence. Another sign that a narcissist can kill you. Do they use drugs? Are they alcoholics? Because those are signs that can motivate someone, can impair somebody's judgment, and they can do something harmful without them knowing. So, watch out for them. Those are red flags. Another sign that a narcissist can kill you, if you are pregnant, for instance, were they physically abusing you, beating you up, slapping you, pushing you? That is a sign that this person lacks empathy. They don't care. They are capable of killing. That's, those levels of domestic violence easily escalate into serious physical abuse during pregnancies, and killing happens. So a narcissist can kill you if you notice that there is a frequent violence, frequent physical abuse. If your narcissist has violated a restraining order, for instance, it means they're capable of doing something worse on you. Again, have they been sexually violent on you? There's this question that many people who have experienced a relationship with a narcissist, they keep asking themselves, how is it that after breaking up with my narcissistic boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or spouse, wife, how is it that they moved on so fast? How can the narcissist move on so quickly? That is a common question. So in this video, I'm going to answer that question. why is it that narcissists have this ability to move on from their relationships quickly? Number one reason why the narcissist moves on quickly from their relationships is because they lack empathy. This is where the question comes in. Do narcissists really fall in love? How can somebody who has a challenge with empathy be able to develop strong love bonds with anyone? How is it possible for them to have a genuine relationship, long-lasting, healthy relationship? So the answer is absolutely not possible. And that's why when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, because of the fact that they lack empathy, they cannot understand your feelings. They cannot share your feelings. They cannot even develop those love bonds with you. This makes it so easy for them to break up with you and quickly replace you. You are like an object to the narcissist. An object to be used and misused and abused. An object that will only satisfy the narcissist's needs and interests. We all know that every human relationship needs some level of empathy. That is the ability to understand and share another person's feelings. But the narcissist lacks this. Empathy is what allows people, human beings, to understand and respond appropriately to the thoughts, to the feelings, to the emotions, to other people's needs. So, that is not the same case with narcissists because they lack empathy. And that is something you can't change about narcissists. It is one of their main characteristics, the lack of empathy. The narcissists, because they lack empathy, they struggle to understand your feelings, to understand your thoughts, your emotions. They struggle to even focus on your needs. It is always about them. They will always prioritize themselves and their needs. They'll never prioritize you. The narcissist does not consider the emotional cost of their actions on those people around them. To them, they don't care the negative impact they have on others so long as they achieve their selfish needs, so long as their needs are satisfied. So the narcissist will change partners like objects. They will jump into relationships and jump out as if it is just a normal thing. They will not even show any sympathy, any emotion, any compassion. They don't fully understand. They don't care about the pain that they cause others because they lack empathy. So the narcissist's lack of empathy is a very, very, very big reason why they move on quickly from one relationship to another. Now, the other reason why narcissists move on quickly to another relationship is because they view others as objects. They don't see other people, as human beings with emotions and with needs of their own. To the narcissist, people are objects to be used and misused. And that's why they move on so quickly. To the narcissist, you are a mere tool. You're not a human being with emotions and needs. I know it's tough, but narcissists don't care about your thoughts. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your emotions. They don't care about your needs. They don't care about the love you have for them. For the narcissist, they only care about their own selfish needs. To them, the big question is this: are you giving them the praise they need? Are you giving them the admiration they need? The reassurance, the constant validation? Are they able to control you? Are they able to cause pain to you? Can they provoke you and get a reaction? To them, that is what gives them narcissistic supply. So long as you're giving that to the narcissist, then they're okay. The narcissist views relationships like transaction, like businesses. They can exchange a relationship with another relationship very easily. They jump from one relationship to another. They replace you. They can replace an object that no longer functions or serves its purpose. So the narcissist will move on so quickly because that's how they are. It's not about it's not about you having any problem. They will move on so quickly because of their own insecurities, because of their own emotional immaturity. The other reason why the narcissists can move on very quickly is because they need a new source of narcissistic supply. Narcissists will get bored very easily with a source of narcissistic supply, and they don't think much to replace it. Once they feel that the narcissistic supply that they have, that you're not giving them the narcissistic supply that they need, then they will quickly think of replacing you. When we're talking about narcissistic supply, we're talking about the constant validation that the narcissist wants. The reassurance, the praise, the control, the power, the admiration, the acknowledgement, the recognition. So, the narcissists use this narcissistic supply to suppress, to solve all the painful thoughts, feelings, all the painful emotions that they have about themselves. So they use this kind of supply that you gave them to feel good. Despite their grandiosity, narcissists will still struggle with being unloved and with feeling unloved. They still feel within them that they're unwanted, that they're weak. Remember, narcissists have fragile egos. They have very low self-esteem within them. They believe they are worthless, they are unwanted. And that's why they need narcissistic supply. They need that validation. They need reassurance, constant reassurance, to suppress these painful thoughts, these painful feelings, painful emotions, so that they can have that positive self-image. Now, any narcissist will get the biggest narcissistic supply from people, from those that they abuse. Those are the people who give the narcissist the biggest narcissistic supply. They feel good, they feel nice when they abuse their victims. It gives them power, it gives them energy. And that's why when a relationship with a narcissist quickly ends, they quickly move on very fast, very quickly to another victim, to another new source of supply, because they cannot survive without it. Narcissistic supply is food to the narcissist. It is fuel to them. It is oxygen. Without that, they will be frustrated. They will go through pain. They will go through painful feelings, painful emotions. Number 4 reason why the narcissist will move on very quickly is because they can't allow the world to see them as a loser. The narcissist must win. They believe they're the best. They believe they're perfect. They believe they're special and more important than everybody else. They cannot allow to be alone. They need to move on quickly and get a new supply. When your relationship with a narcissist ends, they will be terrified. They will be scared. They will be asking themselves, what will people say about them? So they will quickly jump into a new relationship to save face. I'm going to give you 20 key phrases to disarm a narcissist. Number 1, I am sorry you feel that way. Phrase number 1 to disarm a narcissist, I'm sorry you feel that way. When you tell a narcissist this, it means that you can feel sorry for someone else without being sorry about your boundaries. And this is very important when arguing with a narcissist. This phrase, these words, they are very important because it is a way of letting the narcissist know that they own their own feelings. All right? That you're not responsible for how they feel and that you're not open to discussing the topic further. When you say, I'm sorry you feel that way, you're not apologizing for anything you've done because you've done nothing wrong. You say, I'm sorry you feel that way. And when you say that, walk away. The narcissist may not even feel guilt after you say this. But by using this phrase, I'm sorry you feel that way, you are letting the narcissist in your life know that you are unwilling to take any responsibility for how they feel. You are acknowledging that they have a right to their own feelings and that you are also letting them know you don't agree. but there is no use in talking about it. It is a great way to shut them down. Number 2 phrase that you can use to shut the narcissist down. This is, I can't control how you feel about me, or I have no right to control how you see me, or I guess I have to accept how you feel. When you use this phrase, it reminds the narcissist that their emotions are their responsibility and that their reaction won't change your behavior. You can't control others. You can only control yourself. This phrase reminds the narcissist of this truth, that you can only control yourself, and that they need to know that. So this statement, this phrase allows the narcissist to own their feelings and perceptions. It tells them that you disagree, but you are simply not going to argue the point with them. It also lets the narcissist know that you are confident in yourself and that you don't need to manipulate someone else's perception of you. This phrase reinforces that you only have control over yourself and others have control over themselves, and that you will not be made to feel responsible for others' emotions. The other phrase that you can use to disarm a narcissist, cruel words that can make the narcissist frightened, is to say no. By saying no, it's already a complete sentence, and it can establish a clear boundary. You know, narcissists don't like being opposed. They don't like being rejected. So when you say no, it clearly shows your boundary. You know, you've put boundaries. The other statement, the other words that you can use to make the narcissist frightened, tell them, your apologies are meaningless to me. You see, in the love bombing stage, the narcissist will do the fake apologies. Or when they are future faking, you know, they'll promise you so many things and they'll also say, I'm sorry, which is fake. So when you tell them the apologies, you tell them your apologies are meaningless to me, you will disarm them. They'll be so embarrassed. You remind them that you can no longer agree to the apologies because of their track record. The other statement, the other cruel words that you can make the narcissist frightened is when you say okay, or when you say okay, or you use sounds like or ah. You know, those kind of sounds. And when you say that word, okay, this is an approach that is called the gray rock method. You are not giving an emotional response at all to this narcissist, or you're giving very little response as possible. So when you just say okay, the narcissist won't know how to respond. Or when you say or it makes you sound disinterested, just like the gray rock, the way it's dull and boring. And this is one of the smartest way of disarming a narcissist. The other cruel words that you can make narcissists frightened is when you say, I don't deserve to be spoken to this way. Or when you say, I will no longer tolerate your abuse or behavior. When you say those words, then don't tolerate those abuses. So these phrases or words are all about establishing a defined boundary. I refuse to argue with you, or if you don't stop, I'm going to walk away. So when you tell the narcissist that, please walk away if they don't stop, this is about establishing boundaries. And when you stick to them, it is the most effective way to handle confrontations in the moment and to avoid future confrontations. So when you say, I'm not going to argue anymore, it is a very clear message that you will not continue to engage in an unproductive fight. Again, for this phrase, for these words to work, it is important you stand your ground and walk away if they continue arguing. Number 8, cruel words, phrases that can make the narcissist frightened. When you tell them, I'm not able to discuss this right now, this phrase will quickly put an end to an unpleasant conversation, and it will mean even more if you walk away. Immediately after saying it, walk away. The other strategy is to use I statements as often as possible, because this shows you're assertive and you're prioritizing your own words. Number 10 words to use is, you can tell the narcissist, we can talk again when you can speak kindly to me. We can talk again when you can speak kindly to me. Because when you say that to narcissists, we know clearly, narcissists, they love dramas, they love chaos, they love, yelling. But when you remind them to speak kindly to you, all right, you're actually putting boundaries. Then number 11, phrase to use is, I have explained my point of view and I'm no longer willing to continue this conversation, or please stop interrupting me. When you try to have a sober, rational conversation with a narcissist, when you try to reason with them, it is very unrealistic, because the narcissists believe they are always right. They want you to listen, and they want to talk and you to listen. So when you speak, they'll always try to interrupt you. So you need to remind them that if they don't stop interrupting you, you will walk away. Or you can say, I've explained my point of view and I'm no longer willing to continue this conversation. Number 12 phrase to use, tell them, I can accept your faulty perception of me. Or you can say, I am okay with people misunderstanding me. The narcissist is trying to get a reaction from you. So instead, you can remind them that you are okay with people misunderstanding you. Let them know that you are good with who you are. By allowing the narcissist to have a faulty perception of you, you are basically telling them that you know what is true about you. And if someone sees you different, that's fine by you. You are letting the narcissist know that you see the perception as being faulty, but you are not going to argue about it. This is a very smart way of disarming the narcissist. Then number 13 phrase to cruel words that you can make the narcissist frightened, when you tell them, your anger is not my responsibility. This phrase is very grounding and draws a very clear boundary of what you will and you will not be responsible for. It is a clear way of reminding the narcissist in your life that he or she is responsible for their own feelings. They will frequently try to blame you for making them feel a certain way. So by making this statement, you are clarifying that their feelings are their responsibility, not yours. You are also expressing your own self-confidence that you will not be manipulated into taking responsibility for either their anger or their happiness. Number 14 phrase, cruel words that can make narcissists frightened and bow to you forever, is when you say, you are certainly entitled to your opinion. Or you tell the narcissist, I am aware that we don't share the same opinion. Remember, not everyone has to share the same opinion. And this is a hard truth for narcissists to swallow, because they have a fragile ego, they have a low self-worth, and they have low self-esteem. And they therefore derive their sense of value from external sources. They want everyone to think the same things as them. So remind the narcissist that there's no reason for you both to share the same opinion. So blame shifting, projection, and deflection behaviors are common during confrontations with the narcissist. So remind them that they can have their opinion no matter how poorly it is delivered. Number 15 phrase to use, words, cruel words that can make narcissists frightened. You can tell them, this is what I'm discussing and I will not be discussing anything else. Or you can say, I have 10 minutes to discuss this, and after that, I will be ending this conversation. So getting emotional is the quickest way to make the narcissist feel as if they have the upper hand. It is the quickest way to make them control you further, to manipulate you. So use this phrase and simply stick to your word. You can even time the conversation by setting a timer on your phone and walk away as soon as the 10 minutes are up. Number 16, cruel words, phrases to use that can make narcissists frightened. You can say, I know how I feel, or I know what happened. You are allowed to have a different understanding of the event. When you tell the narcissist you know how you feel, they will be disarmed. You'll disarm them, because the narcissist will always try to gaslight you into thinking that your thoughts and emotions aren't valid. So back up your side of the argument by saying, I know how you feel. How you feel. Number 17 phrase to use that can make a narcissist frightened and will not entertain this conversation. Narcissists will use tactics that enable them to push away anyone they perceive as a threat. And this threat can come out in form of nasty comments during conversations. So let the narcissist know that they won't have power over you. Tell them that you'll not entertain that conversation and stop it. Number 18 is, you can tell them, I don't like how you're speaking to me, so I will not engage. Or you can say, I'm not comfortable with how you're speaking to me. The narcissist may be using demeaning words to you. So if they raise their voice, and start yelling at you, start having an angry tone. You can say that you're not comfortable with how they're speaking to you. This sets a boundary because narcissists has boundaries, and when you say that, you're putting boundaries, and this disarms the narcissist in a big way. Number 19, tell them I'm capable of doing what I want, regardless of what you think. It says this shows the narcissist that you're okay with your thinking, your perspective, and you're not going to change it. And you're making it clear that their opinion will not shape your behavior. The opinion is not a fact here. And finally, number 20, when you tell the narcissist, people misunderstanding my boundaries is not my responsibility. When you tell the narcissist this, you are simply reminding them that they cannot manipulate you. You are disarming them, because the narcissist will intentionally try to break boundaries, to control you, to have a sense of power over you. So don't allow them to do that. It's not your fault that the narcissist misunderstands or the narcissist disrespects the boundaries that you've set. And keep reminding them of that. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. When the narcissist can't control you anymore. Now, what happens when the narcissist can't control you anymore? They will leave you. Number one, they will leave you and they will show you how horrible you've been. They will tell the world that you never loved them, that they deserve to be loved and treated better than the way you treated them. They will accuse you of being selfish, of being uncaring, of being cruel, of being rude. They will feel threatened and they'll react irrationally when they cannot control you. The narcissist wants to control you because it allows their fragile identities and egos to be masked. They also will swing into narcissistic rage. They'll experience a narcissistic injury and go into a narcissistic rage when they can't control you. If a narcissist realizes that they no longer have control over you, it will make them experience narcissistic rage. They'll swing, they'll fly into narcissistic rage. Narcissistic injuries occur when a narcissist experiences a contradiction to their self-perception. They'll be enraged when they begin to lose control. They will lash out at you. They'll go on a smear campaign. They'll ignore you intentionally. They may also love bomb you to reel you back in. The main goal of the narcissist is to get your attention, to provoke a response, and to regain power. So they will be angry and they will throw temper tantrums because they've lost control over you. Anger or throwing a temper tantrum like a toddler is not uncommon for narcissists. They will gaslight you, and we know that gaslighting is all about the narcissist wanting you to question yourself and to begin doubting the reality, to begin doubting if you see the situation clearly. They want to control you by convincing you that you are nothing without them, that you are wrong, you've got it all wrong. They will humiliate you if they can't control you. They know your mistakes. They know your weaknesses. They will have no problem bringing up things you are ashamed of. They'll tell these things to you. They'll parade these painful moments maliciously in an attempt to hurt you, to humiliate you. They'll share this information with others to embarrass you, to humiliate you. Their main goal here is to keep you under their control. They need you to believe that they are the best that you'll ever get and that you need them. You cannot do without them. The narcissist will also flirt with others. They'll try to rub it on you. They will try to pull you back into the relationship with hoovering if they cannot control you. Then they may make empty promises that things will change in the future. That is what we call future faking. These empty promises may be, for instance, they'll tell you they're going to go for therapy. Then they might go only for a session or two. And then they'll tell you the therapist has a problem. They will likely lash out in anger, when you pull away from them, when they lose control over you. They'll try to create a confrontation with what we call baiting. That is a common manipulation tactic that narcissists love using when they cannot control you anymore. Baiting occurs when a narcissist says or does something manipulative to get you to engage in a negative interaction with them. They do something to provoke you to react negatively. They want you to have a negative reaction to their baiting, because baiting gives the narcissist an opportunity to portray you, to show you in a negative light, and to victimize themselves. When the narcissist cannot control you, they'll go on a smear campaign. They'll mess your reputation. They'll spread rumors and lies about you. If they know some stories, even if they're not true, they'll spread them. They'll talk lies about you. If the narcissist cannot control you anymore, they'll decide to punish you by ruining your reputation, by turning people against you, by telling everybody how cruel, how bad you are. So how does a narcissist react when they cannot control you? They'll do anything to regain that control so that they feel in power. When a narcissist can no longer control you, they are miserable. They need to control the environment to give themselves the ego boost they need to survive. Without it, they are lost and confused. They'll try to trick you with intermittent reinforcement if they can't control you. Intermittent reinforcement is the delivery of a reward at irregular intervals. So they will also lie about what happened and they'll blame you. A narcissist is incapable of accepting responsibility for what they've done. They will not accept responsibility. If things go wrong, they'll blame you. They cannot be accountable. Once the narcissist realizes that you are done with them, once they realize you're finished with them, they'll tell everyone, they'll tell the whole world that you are the one who messed up. You are the one who messed the relationship. They'll blame you for things that they did. How does a narcissist react when they cannot control you? They'll turn your friends and family against you. They'll try to trigger you. They will try to provoke an emotional response in you so that they can make it look like you are the one who has a problem. They will lie to you. They will call you names. They'll set you for a disappointment, hoping that you'll explode. They'll annoy you so that you get angry. They want you to yell. They want you to storm off. Don't give the narcissist that satisfaction. They might ask you to have a meeting, a date with them at a certain time, maybe at noon, but they'll come hours later. They will tell you something that they know that it will upset you. They want you to be angry. They want to enrage you. They want to provoke you to be annoyed. They want you to swing into narcissistic rage. They want you to be angry, and then they'll be calm, and it will appear that you have a problem. They will have pushed all of your buttons. They will try to victimize themselves. Once the narcissist has lost control of you, once they can't control you anymore, they'll go into self-victimization. When they victimize themselves, it means that they label themselves as victims, and they'll blame their problems on other factors, external factors. They might love bomb you to get you back under control if they cannot control you anymore. They may act extremely nice and begin love bombing. They may act nice and begin, love bombing, all to try and get your attention. They might give you gifts, buy you gifts, acts of service, kindness. They will be able to know exactly what to say and how to say it. Narcissists will not tolerate you walking away from them. They may try to lure you back by using different tactics. They will shower you with compliments. They will idealize you. They'll focus on you. Just ignore them. They'll try to be nice to you. They'll tell you how much they care about you. They'll tell you how much they can't live without you, that they'll do anything for you. But once they get you back, they'll stop being nice. They just want to feel in control again. The narcissist, if they can't control you anymore, they may try to humiliate you publicly. They'll try to embarrass you. They'll be happy to share your secrets with others. They'll enjoy making cruel jokes at your expense. When you are upset, when you are angry, when you are annoyed, they'll say something dismissive like, "I was just joking. I'm just playing games. I'm only teasing you." They'll try to anger you, to irritate you with gaslighting. As I said in this video already, gaslighting occurs when someone doubts or denies reality. It is the first response that a narcissist could have when they realize they can no longer control you. Gaslighting. Narcissists will destroy who they cannot control. There is no escaping this fact unless you do something about it. Try to remember that it is rarely with malicious intent. Most narcissists are not aware of their behavior, and that is why narcissists will go into narcissistic rage, out of control. They are reacting to feeling lost and confused. They can't understand how they can't control you anymore. Remember, narcissists feel no empathy for others. They will ignore you and pretend they don't care if they lose control over you. Because to the narcissist, attention is very important. They may decide to pull away from you, to punish you if they can't control you. They may focus their attention on other people as they pretend that you are not important in their life. They might decide to go silent on you, to punish you. A narcissist, when they see they're losing control, it terrifies them. They can become aggressive, violent, or withdrawn while isolating you from the outside world. When they lose power, you'll see them revert to pure emotion, completely out of control. They will character assassinate you to other people, to discredit you. They'll ruin your reputation so that your words against them will hold no substance. The narcissist, when they realize that they cannot control you anymore, they will panic because their demands are no longer met. They'll become coercive, they'll become manipulative and potentially aggressive. They might become superficially charming to lure you back in before they start controlling you again. It is frightening when they lose control over you. They can be physically violent. Therefore, you should prioritize your safety. Simply walk away. They might try to break your confidence if they can't control you anymore. Because narcissists don't want you strong and independent. They might increase their insults to make you feel bad. They could even tell you that people are gossiping behind your back. The narcissists, they'll try to find a new target or supply if they cannot control you anymore. If they know they cannot control you, they'll move to a new target. They'll get a new supply that will feed their ego because they don't hold any emotional attachment to anyone. And by doing that again, they'll be bringing you down. They'll be bringing your confidence down because they know your emotions are involved and invested. When narcissists can no longer control you, they might even go online on social media platforms and create rumors and stories about you. And on top of that, they'll give the silent treatment and make you feel like you've done something very, very terrible, something very wrong. They may try to fill you with fear. They may try to fill you with that fear in hope that you will fawn after them, you will run after them, you'll beg them to be back. They may become cruel. They may become judgmental to get you to argue. Because narcissists love it when you fight with them. Because it shows them that you are still attached to them. They have this big fear of abandonment. They love it when they can get you upset. They can provoke you to react negatively. And they will make sure that happens. They will gaslight you. They'll brainwash you to keep you confused, to keep you doubt yourself, to make you get attached to them. They'll blame everyone else and they'll become highly defensive if they can no longer control you. They will panic and they'll quickly become narcissistic control freaks. They'll deny having done anything wrong and blame it on you if they can no longer control you. They'll weaponize the past. They'll humiliate you. They will weaponize the past. It makes you feel guilty. It makes you feel at fault. It makes you break down. And this, it can even destroy you. And this boosts their ego. That love bombing that the narcissist will put on you when they feel they've regained control strengthens them. They'll lie to you they've changed. But they hate to see things not go their way. Things must be their way. A narcissist will always want things to go according to their plan. They will blame you for being crazy. In short, they'll gaslight you. They'll create a smear campaign against you. When they can't control you, they get triggered. When a narcissist cannot control you anymore, they'll try to ruin special moments of yours, like holidays. They will keep pushing your buttons to find your weak points. And most narcissists will find a weapon to use against you. They will identify where to press. They'll try ways and learn about your fears. What do you fear most? What are you scared of most? And that way they will know where to hit you. They will know where it hurts you. They will know how to bring you down. They will know how to bring down your self-esteem. They will know how to make you feel small. Thank you for watching this video. Please share this video widely. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so.